Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. In the last episode, we beat the game. There is nothing left of the main story left. The only things we really have left is all the post-game content. So, like I promised, today's episode is going to be purely on doing the side quest missions for the post-game. So, we're going to be putting every single side quest mission in this episode. So, this is actually probably going to be one of the hardest episodes in the entire series to actually record, for multiple reasons. There's going to be probably a lot of cuts, because every single mission has you go to a completely different location, return back to another location, and then come back after doing a bunch of things. So, in order to kind of alleviate some of that, and make it easy to record, we're gonna have a bunch of small cuts, so you won't hear me say, this is the reason why we did a cut, more than likely for a bunch of them. So, whenever something happens, we'll do a small cut, and then we'll get back to where we're going. So, with that stated, since we have to do it that way in order to actually fill every single mission into this episode, let's do this. So, first off first is mission number 69, also known as one of these little fairy missions again. So, let's do this. I actually completely forgot what we do for this one.
How do, Drippy boy? Ta your help back there, man, then, like. No need to thank me, man. All in a day's work for the Lord High Lord if the fairies ain't it. Now where are the other fairies? Still not come back, is it?
No, man. No sign of them. They were all went far away, see? They probably haven't heard from that the forest is all peaceful again. I worry about them, Drippy boy. I really do. Us fairies ain't cut out for life out there. I know, man. Why don't you go out and tell them that all the forest is back to normal? You'd do that for us, wouldn't you?
The runaway fairies, a fairy in the Golden Grove, is anxiously waiting for his friends to return after they fled the forest. Agree to look for his missing friends. Okay, and look at how many stamps we get there. That is quite a bit. Okay, let's grab it on up, and let's do this.
What? Really? Oh, ta-ta, man.
I want to help, honestly, I do, but your friends could be almost anywhere. Is there someplace you think we should look first?
No problem, man. I've got a special way of knowing exactly where those poor fairies have gone to. Now then, give me just a minute. I see something. It's a flag, man. A flag with a skull on it. That's where you should start your search. Near a red flag with a skull on it.
Whoa, that's pretty neat. How come you can find out where your friends are?
Us fairies have special powers, ain't it? And that's just one of them. All you need to do is, think really hard about the person you're trying to find. Do them for a bit and you'll see where they are. Now there's 5 fairies not come back yet, but I can only see where one of them is like. But that'll do for now, ain't it? Go and get this first one and bring him back to the Forest Tomlin.
Okay, so the first one's actually pretty easy for us to get to, so we won't need to do a cut here. Maybe for the next one, since I do have all the locations written down, just to kind of alleviate some of... I don't know why I just walked back in the Golden Grove. Forget I just did that, but the reason why I have this one's actually written down on what I need to do, because of how much we have to actually do and how much information there is for these missions specifically. I have everything written down, so we have quite a bit of places to go, and trust me, there is a lot of them. So first is Skull Mountain, so let's teleport over to Skull Mountain, and let's go get our first fairy. Since apparently he's hiding on inside here. Oh wait, no he isn't. He's actually outside. Wait a minute, I actually expected him to actually be inside Skull Mountain, but he's actually standing on the outside here. Huh. Okay, let's go find him then. Let's see here. I don't see him personally, but... Oh, there he is. He's right next to this little red flag right here. Hello, buddy. What's going on? Wow, a fairy in a place like this. Hey, you must be one of the Golden Grove fairies, right?
Not man. Not I. Well, okay, yeah, but not anymore. There's no way I'm going back to that horrible forest by there.
Calm down, man, will you, man? It's all sorted now. Me and Ollie Boy hereby have been restored peace to the Golden Grove Sea.
Drippy, is it really you, man?
That's right, boyo. Lord High Lord to you, though, ain't it? Now then, look sharp, your buddies are waiting for you.
Really? Tidy? I can't really believe it, man, but over the moon I am. I suppose I'd better head off then, is it?
Yeah, don't worry. We'll come with you. And back to the golden... Oh, I don't actually have to... Oh, thank you. That actually makes things 10 times easier. Because I wasn't sure if we had to teleport all the way back to the Golden Grove or not.
What? It's been ages, man. How do?
Top of the blinking world, ain't it? Can't you tell?
Tom boys, you wouldn't believe how happy I am to have some company back by here at last.
You're welcome. I guess the other fairies still haven't come back though, huh? Do you think you could do that thing again and find out where they are, sir?
My special fairy power, is it? Alright then, here I goes. I see something. Ruins filled with water, man, and a cell inside the ruins.
Ruins filled with water, is it? I'm sure I've seen somewhere just like that. Well, never mind. Let's just go start looking, shall we, Ollie boy?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so this one is going to be inside, I believe, if I remember correctly, let's see here, Vault of Tears. Okay, I was kind of on the right path, but my brain did not get that right away. So, over to the Vault of Tears, and let's do this. I don't think we need to do a cut for this one either, so let's just keep going. As long as we don't have to do cuts, because honestly, if I don't need to do a cut, then I don't want to do... I don't want to have you guys have to go through a cut if there doesn't need to be one. Because it's better if I have, like, off the cuff and I figure things out a little bit easier, and it's really easy to get to places, because then I don't have to kind of, like, randomly cut out and then try and remember what we were talking about before I did the cut, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Although, cutting is honestly a good thing in most series and stuff, so you don't get stuck in a place or get stuck on a topic for too long, and then you're just like confused why even continue talking about a topic you really don't want to be even talking about in the first place. But let's see here. But most of the time, I think I've only had that twice where I brought up a topic that I really should have probably never even talked about in my opinion, because I just didn't really care about that kind of topic. It just happened to come up and I felt bad about it, so I just got rid of it, honestly. And that's the reason why there's some cuts that just don't make any sense, if you're wondering. But it hasn't happened in this series. It happened a couple times in, I think once in the Sandman, and I think once in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. And I don't remember what the topics were, but I just felt like I didn't really know what to even talk about when it came to that specific subject that I brought up. I don't know why it even came up in the first place, but let's see here. So we found our second fairy.
Cranky humans.
Don't be scared. You're one of the fairies from the Golden Grove, right? We've come to tell you that it's safe for you to go back to the forest.
Really? Like, serious?
That's right, man. Time for you to head back home to your buddies, ain't it?
Oh, flipping heck, man. This is the best news ever. I just ran from the forest as fast as I ever could, and I could see, and I thought this would be a great idea, or place to hide, but then I got trapped in here, didn't I? I think it was I thought I was a total goner, like, that's why I was, so blinking, chuff, sorry, man. This is all it's getting too much.
It's nothing really. There's no need to cry.
Flipping heck, Bunting, this one's worse than you. He's going to be ribbed something rotten when he gets back to the forest, hee.
Mr. Drippy, you shouldn't make fun of people like that. It's not nice. Let's just take him home, shall we? Okay, back to the Golden Grove. We still got a couple more fairies. I believe it is... Looking at my notes, it looks like we have to find 5 of them. So we still got 3 others to find. It looks like the next one's gonna be an easy one, though. Motorville. Not hard at all. But let's see here. Hi again. We found another one of your friends.
What tidy. How do, man? I'm so blinking happy to see you.
How do, man? It's been ages, ain't it? Proper missed you, I have.
That's touching, Ollie boy. They're both wailing up, man. Right then. How about we have a look around the other 2 way? We'll need a hint to put us to the right track, of course. Leave it to me, Drippy boy. I see something. It looks like some kind of weird other world. One I've never seen before. Like,
Where could that one be?
I saw those metal boxes, right, with humans in them. There were blinking loads of them, man.
Well, they sound like... Oh, I think I know where we need to go.
Right-o, Ollie boy. Off we trot.
Off we trot indeed, and that means... Oh yeah, I forgot, you have to actually leave Golden Grove in order to even think about using a gateway. So, one vacate later, And one gateway later, we are back in Motorville. Because that is where our next one's going to be. So we still have 2 more. One's in the abandoned mines all the way over by Hamlin. And the other one is actually in a forest glade over in the Jack's Frost, which is over by Yule. Okay, so it looks like... Is that where I think it is? Or is that... I think that's, what do you call it? Philip's workshop, but I can't particularly say due to the fact that I'm pretty sure Philip's workshop's all the way in the bottom right, but I could be completely wrong. But let's see here. It looks like... No, this is indeed Philip's workshop. Hey, buddy. But let's see here. Hello, little fairy. Nice to see you.
Where the heck am I, mun? Proper weird this place is.
This is Motorville. We're in my world. How'd you get here?
Don't ask me, mun. I ain't got the flipping foggiest. There I was running my fastest to get the heck out of Golden Grove, and next thing I knows, I'm by here.
You must run pretty flipping fast.
Golden Grove is peaceful again, Mr. Fairy. You can go back home now.
Is it? Is it indeed? You sure now, you ain't pulling my leg or nothing?
No, man. We're dead serious. Consider your leg unpulled, and use it to hop on home to Golden Grove. Done. There is a good lad.
Tidy. That I will. Home, James. Hang on a moment. How the flip am I supposed to get back, mun? I don't even know how I got over by here in the first place.
It's okay. We'll take you home.
You will? Well, I must say, that's a very decent of you. I'll leave the travel arrangements in your capable hands. Then, Tom very much.
Okay, and let's do one gateway, and we don't have to do that one, since the game kinda makes it easy on us. Hi again. We found another one of your friends.
Hey, how come I'm back in the forest? Ah, magic it is. Blinking handy things wizards every home should have one, I reckon.
What? You mean a bag from that weird other world? Thought we lost you for good, I did. What with your poor sense of direction and all.
Drippy boy, here sorted me out, didn't he? I couldn't have made it back without him, like. Todd Drippy, man, hell of a grateful I am.
No need to thank me, man. I can't just leave another fairy stranded in some weird world full of humans, ain't it?
Oh, okay. I guess we'd better start looking for the other fairy, huh?
Tidy. Just give me a minute. Oh, I think I found it. I see something. A narrow little cave it is. Hold on, man. There's more. There's some tracks inside it. And a human. Very pale human.
I don't actually know where that one is. I know it's in an abandoned mine. I think it's in Hamlin. I actually don't know where that location is, though. Because it's more than likely one of those hidden locations that you have to actually, like, try and, like, walk into the mines and see if you can walk into them. Kind of like all the way back when we actually did, the Hamlin chapter, when we were all the way back in the past when we met Gascon, or technically Swain as a kid, and Marcuson as a kid, and we went inside that mine. Maybe that's a specific one. I have a feeling it might be, but I could be wrong, so I guess we'll find out. I don't know anything about a pale human, though.
A narrow cave with some tracks, is it? Have you seen anywhere like that, Holly boy?
I'm not sure. Let's just see what we can find, Mr. Drippy. Yeah, let's definitely try that out. Okay, so we gotta do vacate again. I wish we could just use travel, but the game's not gonna make it easy since this is a dungeon. Even though it's not a dangerous dungeon, it's still weird that you can't use that. Okay, so we need to go over to Hamlin. We'll check the one spot that I'm thinking it is, and if it is there, that's good. But if it isn't, then honestly I don't know where it's gonna be. It's definitely in Hamlin, though, due to the fact that this is where you would find anything when it came to tracks of any sort. So let's see here. It's not this one. And it's more than likely gonna be this one? I know it was one of these that let you inside it. It doesn't look like it's either of those. Okay, then. I don't know where it is, then. So I'm gonna do a small cut here. And we're gonna go figure out where this one is. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, I actually found it without having to look it up. So, this little mine over here, you have to actually Tangri to get over here. And it's a little section right next to Hamlin. So, if you actually land here, there's a little bit of railroads leading into this mine here. And this is the only mine that's actually accessible now, which I was actually surprised about, because the one where we met Gascon and Marcuson for the very first time as their kid forms, obviously, but that was the first time we ever had to actually go inside one of these mines, and they're actually all blocked up now, which is kind of weird. So this is apparently where we're needing to go. So, and there is indeed a... Oh, that's what they mean by pale human. Hey, Mr. Skellington.
Why the wide eyes, young man? Not scared of the skeletons, are you? Well, there's really no need to be. I mean no harm. I'm just a humble hermit, happy to spend my death alone here in this cave. It's dark, it's cramped, and full of grog. Why would I ever want to leave?
That's kind of funny. Hello, Mr. Fairy. You got a weird kind of head. You look like a T.
Flipping heck, man. We've got a visitor. That's unusual. Another one. My cave is obviously the place to be. What kind of avant-garde double act is this? A fairy with a skeleton.
I didn't actually know Drippy called them skeletons like I do. That's actually kind of funny.
I've never seen the like one. Quite the combination, eh? I'm supposed to be the straight man, but I can't seem to stop grinning.
What are you two doing here exactly?
Whatever do you mean? This is my home, young man. It is dark and cramped, and it's full of grog. This is a death, I'm telling you. And I decided...
Oh no, the fairy's talking now.
And I've decided to move in after some horrible monsters set up a camp in my forest. Ain't it?
Hang on a minute. You're the one from the Golden Grove lot, ain't you?
I am, as it goes. But what's that got to do with anything?
Golden Grove is peaceful again. It's safe for you to go back there now.
What's serious? To be honest, I've been having such a good time by here. With my new friend, I hadn't forgotten all about going back. But now that you mention it, I do miss the old place. Hey, thanks for letting me know, boys. I'll head back to the forest quick sharp, ain't it? Then I shall return to my solitary non-existence. But feel free to come and visit any time.
See you later, Mr. Skellington. And there we go, we got another fairy. What the heck? What are you doing, Drippy? That was a weird teleport for him. He only does that when he gets stuck. And apparently he must have gotten stuck in the ground there, apparently. But let's see here. Hi, Mr. Fairy. We found another one of your friends.
Whoa, man. The sun's hell of a bright, ain't it? And the smell of the forest, I missed it so much.
How do, man? The 4 fairies come back now, ain't it? Just one more to go.
Alright. Can we have the final clue, sir?
No problem, man. One final clue. Coming right up. I see something. The last fairy's in some sort of forest. Hanging around with some forest dwellers, looks like. Looks flipping freezing by there and all. Forest, when is it? Finding them will be blooming nightmare.
Come on, Mr. Drippy. This one is the last one. Let's follow the clues and start looking. Okay, so this one's really, really easy. So, all we need to do... Well, technically it's not in Yule. But I did say it earlier where it is. It's in the Drac Frost section of Yule. So as long as you know that you're looking for somewhere freezing, there's only so many places you can go. And Yule, I think, only has one hidden forest in the main area. So if he's not in the forest in Yule, you're more than likely going to check the other areas. So it's very easy to find him. I don't exactly remember which forest he is in the Jack Frost playground, because there is multiple forests in the area, but you can easily find where you're going as long as you're walking in the right direction. I probably already went there when I was grabbing all the hidden treasure chests in the map, because I actually 100%ed all hidden treasure chests in between episodes, and that's actually why my time limit is a lot higher than it was in the last one. As you can see, I went from level 66 to level 87. So yeah, there's a big difference there. So based on what I remember, it's going to be one of these forests. Let's see here. Based on memory, I don't think it's going to be the ones over there. I think it's going to be this one over by this cog enemy. So let's try this one, and we'll more than likely find it. The way to easily tell where you're going, this is Jack Frost Playground, yeah it is. Okay, so the easiest way to tell this is usually, the more trees you have, the easier to tell if there's going to be a secret location inside them. I think this is going to be it right here in the middle here, and we were right. Okay, and here we go. We found the final fairy. I actually haven't been here. Okay, cool. That actually adds another hidden location to my achievements list since I'm trying to get all the achievements. Well, I don't know if it's going to be on episode where we'll get all the achievements, but I at least want to try and finish up my Steam profile for this game, because honestly, getting 100% on this game would be kind of cool to have, just in general. So, let's see here. Excuse me, are you a fairy from the Golden Grove?
Cranky, how the heck do you know that?
We were there not too long ago, and the good news is, it's peaceful again.
Really? That's, well, that's tidy and all, but I reckon this is a place for me. Thinking of settling down by here I am.
Huh? You don't want to go back to the Golden Grove?
Nah, man. These forest dwellers are proper friendly, see? And you get used to the cold after a while, too.
You're having a laugh, man. Your buddies have been going spare worrying about you.
My buddies? Flipping heck, man. Now that you mention it, I do miss them. Something rotten. I suppose I'd better go back to the Golden Grove then, ain't it?
You go back to your forest, are you a little lonely?
Don't worry, man. I come and visit, and that ain't it. You won't have time to get lonely.
Yes, you come. I wait.
Right. You've said your goodbyes now. I think it's time for you to get home.
I think that's all the fairies now, Mr. Drippy.
Tidy. Time to bask in the warm glow of the fairy gratitude, I reckon. To the Golden Grove, Valley boy.
To the Golden Grove indeed. And there is one of the big ones we had to do. Thankfully, that one is now over. We still got some big ones, but those are going to be more segmented. These were pretty easy to do, and we didn't have to, do multiple cuts to get to these. We only needed to do one, so as you saw, it's going to be a longer footage because of the fact that I was easily able to get to these, unlike having to cut and cut and cut and cut and cut until we actually got to every single one, like some of them are going to have to be. Because there's one that you literally fly around the entire world looking at old Nautican runes, and yeah, that one's going to take a bit, and I'm going to be honest, I'm cutting that one up a little bit, just to save some time. But let's do this. Hi again, we found the last missing fairy.
What? You found them all? Oh, Tomman, I owe you a couple of fairy rare bits for this one, and no mistake, ain't it?
I bet you're glad to have all your friends back.
It's all thanks to you, and your pal by here, Drippy boy. No, I prepared a little something just to say thanks, ain't it? Go on, man, take it.
Okay, 2 Kaleido Stones and 5,000 Guilders, which is actually something we're going to need for another mission, which is really nice. So, there we go, the Runaway Fairies is now complete, and how many stamps was that? Oh, it's just straight up 10. Means a free merit card stamp, just like that.
Oh, and take these formulas while you're at it.
Ooh, thank you.
They should help you make some tidy weapons proper. Handy if our forest comes under attack sometime.
I'll definitely take that. We'll check all our formulas out at the end of the episode, maybe, if I remember it. But, let's see here. So, now that we're done with you, we can actually go over to, I believe, let's do Castaway Cove next, since that's going to be an easy one to do. Because we can go to Castaway Cove, do our nice flying simulator with Tangri, if I can get Tangri to actually take me up to the air. And let's go into that little cave that we can see in front of us over here, which will be our next mission. And this is one of the hardest missions in the game, if you weren't prepared. Because we're prepared, and I'm going to tell you how to do this. So, he is a master alchemist. He has a special mission for you, and the mission is to make something magically alchemized. But the thing he's looking for is a really hard to make item. And the way you make his item, the first one's not the hard one, it's actually his next one, so we'll go through it in a second.
A visitor? We don't get many visitors out here. Oh, no, not many at all, if any. Oh, what's that I spy? Cauldron. The boy's a wizard. I am visiting a wizard boy.
Huh? You know about cauldrons?
Yeah, there's nothing I don't know about cauldrons, young man. You're not the only wizard in this cave, you see. They call me the alchemist. No one alive knows more about cauldrons and the formula than I. But I'm more than happy to pass my knowledge on to the next generation. So how about it, boy? Do you want to learn some real alchemy?
The Master Alchemist, an old man who inhabits a cave atop the Genie Steps, says he's willing to teach you some advanced alchemical techniques. Learn alchemical techniques from the alchemist, yes. Okay, so Mission 78 is actually really hard, and because I'm prepared, I have all the items we need. But I'm gonna explain how you get the items in a second.
Not to spare. Good for you. Now then, where to begin? Oh yes, the alchemical synthesis of a war god's axe. Seems a fitting subject for a child. Children's like axes, don't they? A war god's axe, eh? Sounds pretty nifty. Go on then, what do we need to do? Well, the first thing you need is alchemize yourself a demon's axe. Flipping heck, that doesn't sound half bad either. You're going to need a grand axe, some black wings, and a tash stone or two. As for the special quantities, you'll just have to work them out yourself. Hey, I thought you said you were going to teach us. Got something better to do, have you? Sooner or later, every wizard must learn to think for himself.
You got it, sir. I'll make a demon's axe for you. You see if I don't. Okay, sorry for the cut there. So, let's make ourselves a demon's axe. 1 grand axe, pairs of black wings, and some tash stones. And just like so, a demon axe is born. One of the harder items to get in the game. So, the grand axe is made of the Perdita Peddler. The, black wings come from enemies like the relics, the Egyptian, or the Egyptians, and a couple others. There's a sharpshooter enemy that you can get them easier, which you can just steal them off from Swain, which is really good. And then the tash stones come from the Hurley-like enemies, but you can also get them from Tokos. They're much easier to get from Tokos, in my opinion, but Tokos spawn rarely, but they're easier to find when it comes to actually getting the item. So now that we have the Damon's Axe, let's actually talk to the Master Alchemist, and let's see what he wants us to do next. I'm back, and I made myself a Demon Axe.
Fine work, boy. I suppose you'll be wanting to know how to make a war god's axe next.
Yes please.
Well, the first thing you need to do is that demon axe you just made. You'll also need some rainbow-colored fossils, and some writings about mysteries of these worlds. Of course, you'll have to work out the quantities for yourself.
Geez, those materials sound pretty special, sir.
You're not wrong there. The question is, do you have what it takes to find them?
You're talking to the Lord High Lord of the Fairies, man. Finding stuff is second nature to me. No first nature. Yeah, I seem lovable and laid back, but these sharp eyes don't miss a thing, and once I've spotted what I'm after, I don't stop till I've made it mine. And I'll tell you something else. I've got a singing voice of an angel. Would you be proud of? There's some that to say that I have a pretty face, but...
that's enough, Mr. Drippy.
Well, I could go on, but I won't. Proper modest I am, see.
Okay, so, what we need to do is, we go into our cauldron, we actually have to mix and match this. So, we need our Demon's Axe we just made. And then we actually have to use some of the items. So, we got some Kaleidostones from our last mission, and that was the reason why I was really happy that we got those. So, I only needed to get 3 of these, but the 2 we get for free from that mission is actually really helpful. So the Kaleidostones, specifically you get these, the ones I got for the 3 of them, I got them from the golden bed draggles that spawn in the glittering grotto after you beat the game. And the easiest way to do it is just to make a save, and then just reload the save every single time until you find one. Because near the end where you find Cerberus, is the easiest area to find multiple enemy spawns in a row, and that's the easiest way to get those golden draggles to spawn. And it's a really rare steal from the Ben Draggles, but it's honestly worth it to do it that way, since it's easier to have them spawn that way. So we got 5 Kaleidostones, and then we get the Scrolls of Truth from the golden Honky Tonker enemies from, what do you call it? The miasma, or not miasmas, Tombstone Trail in the area with the candlelit area where you have to walk through the cave, and then you'll find the golden, little duckling enemies that, honestly, it's hard to explain it, but you can get the Scrolls of Truth from them dropping it. So you mix all 3 of these together, and this should actually make ourselves a War God's Axe. As long as I did it correctly. Okay, cool, I did. Success! You made the following, a War God's Axe. And just like so, we're done with the Master Alchemist. I did it. I made a War God's Axe.
Wonderful. I really didn't think you had it in you, boy.
Well, it wasn't easy, but I sure learned a lot along the way.
Of course you did. Keep this up and you'll be a great wizard one day. Mark my words. Now I want you to have this. Consider it a reward for all the alchemical endeavors. 2 clumps of troll tears, 2 glowstones, and 5,000 guilders. Okay, not bad. We get a bunch of stamps, not as much as he should give you, but honestly, at least we get some stamps out of it. I'll also give you some new and exciting formula to try out. Keep up the good work, and someday you may justly be able to call yourselves the world's second greatest alchemists. Okay, and cool. Also, sorry if I sound a little off. I accidentally woke up my stepdad in the last episode, and I'm just hoping I don't wake him up, so that's the reason why I might sound a little off. So, yeah, I don't want to make him mad, honestly. Because, let me be honest, he gets pretty mad sometimes, and I'm just gonna keep it on that. He's not like, what do you call it? Nothing physical based, but he can be mentally, draining if you were to make him mad, so I'd just rather not at this point, so hopefully we don't do that in this episode, because as you can see I'm wearing different clothes. This is literally the next day. I just waited till the next day to record and try again, so let's do this. Next mission is this one, so let's do this.
Are you again? You've decided to join my crew, perhaps?
Not just yet.
No? How unfortunate. Especially so, considering my latest find.
Hey, what's the man not then? It's not treasure, is it?
It's better than treasure. It's a genuine treasure map. I happened to come across it while rearranging the governor's storeroom. When I showed it to him, he appeared certain that it was once the property of a legendary castaway corsairs.
Wow, are you sure it's real?
Most assuredly. And look, 7 places have been marked upon it. They must be the locations of hidden treasure. Do you not think so?
I sure do. This is so neat. A real-life treasure map.
I was sure you would be interested. A suitable find for the future Pirate King of Justice, I think. Alas, Mother will not allow me to go and look for these treasures. It's too dangerous, she claims.
Of course it is, man. There's flipping loads of monsters out there. There's no way a midget like you would last 5 minutes. Of course, being the High Lord of the Fairies, I'd be like...
Truly? You will investigate the locations marked on this map for me? Then please do, I beg of you. Them treasures must be found.
The greatest treasure, a young boy in Castaway Cove has found a pirate's treasure map, and is keen to investigate the locations marked on it. Okay, so offer to investigate the locations on the map. Okay, seems easy enough. Okay, so this is one of those that's going to be cut up a little bit, since we actually have to fly around the entire world, and it's not the easiest thing to keep in an episode, I'll be honest, because honestly, watching me fly around the entire map could take 20 minutes all on its own, so I'm just going to save you guys some trouble when it comes to that.
Alright, I felt sure you would agree. Now I'm sure that you wish to commence your search right away, but this map is not without its problems. It is extremely old, you see, and it's torn in several places. Therefore, the exact locations of the treasure are not quite visible. But since 7 locations have been marked, it can be assumed that there are 7 separate treasures, I think.
Looks like it, man. I suppose we'll have to search for them, ain't it?
Well then, the legendary castaway corsairs is very famous. I think everyone in this town knows about it. Most certainly. Perhaps you should ask a local people if they have advice about where to commence your search.
That sounds like a great idea. Gee, isn't this exciting, Mr. Drippy? Okay, so I'm gonna skip the actual asking every single person part, because honestly, it's easy to find these without asking them, so I'll be right back and I'll meet you at the very first of the locations. Okay, now that we're at our first location, so let's read this.
What's a stone over by here then? Some kind of writing on it too. Now what does this say?
Scavenging on the shipwrecked shore. The tides have been washed all sorts of things onto the shipwrecked shore beach. Just as we landed, in fact, we saw that a wrecked pirate ship had been lifted onto the sand. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to have been full of gun swales with treasure. These are the days about which every pirate dreams. A castaway corsair. And we get a little bit of Nazakanen. So each one is going to give you Nazakanen, and it's going to give you a special code that you have to decrypt once you're done with every single one. So, due to the fact that I'm just going to tell you what the code is when we get to the end of this, we're not even going to bother trying to decrypt this, because it's literally... The Nauticonon's way too hard to decrypt sometimes, and honestly, it's just easier to just tell you the answer than try and decrypt it ourselves, honestly, on camera, because it's different, honestly, because some words and letters mean the same thing, because you have two letters can mean one thing, and it's just weird, so I'm just gonna skip that for just gonna be honest. So, with that, I'll see you at our next location. Okay, now we're at our second location, Bungler's Bay. So, let's check out our next Nauticonon rune.
What's a stone over by here then? Some kind of writing on it too. Now what does it say?
The bounty of Bungler's Bay. No sooner had we uncovered a buried treasure chest than the captain lost his balance on deck and fell into the sea, taking the chest and its contents with him. We managed to haul the captain aboard uninjured, but the chest sank to the bottom of the sea, and I think he is the one always telling us to watch our step. A castaway corsair. Okay, with our next location, we got another place marked on the map. And honestly, it seems like Drippy's just gonna say the same thing every single time we find one, so I guess I'll just see whenever it says the first part of the story. So like that one with the Tale of Bungler's Bay. So, with that, I'll see you at our next location. Okay, now that we're in Tiny Tim, let's see what the next Nauticonon stone says. Tiny Tim's treasure. We managed to get our mitts on the treasure, but we suffered for it. Most of the crew were still wearing their swimwear from Castaway Cove and caught awful colds. It's a miracle no one froze to death, and we probably only survived because we wrapped ourselves in our beach towels. If we ever come here again, we're wearing the biggest, thickest woolen clothes we can find. A castaway corsair. Okay, so we got another location, so I'll see you once again. I did tell you this is going to be cut up quite a bit, because there's a lot of traveling, so BRB again. Okay, now that we're on Swan Island, a discovery on Swan Island. Not only does Swan Island look like a bird, it's actually covered in the things all living happily alongside one another. They didn't like it when the captain started digging for treasure, though. Huge flocks of them started pecking at him all at once. They probably thought he was after their eggs. I'll never forget the captain trudging back to the ship, muttering about blasted birds and roasting them all. A castaway corsair. Okay, we got another location mapped. So, with that, I'll be right back, and we'll be at our next location. Okay, treasure and no longer mine. It's quite rare for the captain to find treasure we're looking for as soon as we land, but that's what happened this time. His face was a real picture. I'd never seen him look so proud of himself. I was happy that he'd found the treasure and all, but he didn't have to look quite so smug about it. A castaway corsair. Okay, with that, we got a couple more left. I think we have 2 more, I believe. And then we have the one in Broken Crown, but we can't use that one yet. So, with that, I'll be right back, and we'll be at our next location. Okay, the booty of Billy Goat's Bluff. Is that really the name of this one? Climbing the hills from the bay where we landed was a long, hard slog, but at least the treasure was where it was supposed to be for once. I just can't wait to get back to the sea. I start to feel sick if I spend too long on dry land. The captain seems to be faring even worse. I'm kind of rocking from side to side and muttering the sea, more than once now. If we don't get back to the boat soon, I fear we'll have to carry him, a castaway corsair. Okay, so we got another one done. I don't know how many more we have. I think we have 1 more, and I believe the last location is what is called the Barren, so I need to go find that real quick. So, BRB, and we'll be probably at our second to last location since the Broken Crown is the final location. So, with that, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, and now that we're in our final location, the Barrens, and I actually completely forgot where this one was, so I actually had to look this one up, actually, so let's see here. So here we are, the Barrens. Treasure in the Barrens. Finding this treasure was no mean feat, I assure you. No matter where we looked or where we dug, we could find no trace of the blasted thing. Only after we reduced the entire coastline to an unsightly collection of holes and hillocks did we finally find a little chest, with a single gold coin inside it. To say that the captain was furious would be an understatement, a castaway corsair. This must be one of the places marked on the treasure map, huh?
Sounds about right. 1 gold coin, I'd be flipping gutted.
Okay, and I believe we can actually leave now. So let's see here. Based on what our mission says we just report back to the boy. Okay, so back to Castaway Cove we go. And let's go see how that little kid is doing now, since we figured out his little treasure chest thing, but there was no treasure to be found at any of those locations, so... wonder what's going on with that. I guess we'll find out very shortly. Hey, buddy. How's long time no see?
Well, did you find the pirate treasure?
Sorry, we didn't find any treasure. It seems the Castaway Corsairs already took it all. You see, your map doesn't show the places where the Castaway Corsairs hid their treasure. It only shows where they first found it, all those years ago.
Yeah, there's a big stone monument and all the places marked on the map, see? And each one tells the story of the treasure they found there.
Can it be? I had been so looking forward to uncovering the pirate treasure.
That's not all, though. There was some other strange writing on the monuments as well.
Yeah, 2 Nausicaan letters on each one, ain't it?
Really? Is it some kind of clue, I'm sure? If the letters are put together in the right order, perhaps they reveal the location of the entire treasure hoard.
Crikey, there's clever.
Well, we wrote down all the Nausicaan and we saw, so...
What? Please show me. Allow me to read what it says.
Okay, here you go, buddy.
So the writing on the monument says this.
Okay.
Flipping heck, I can't make head nor tails of that one.
Well, I guess we just have to decode it all.
Please let me know what you have done so. I shall wait for you here.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you what that actually means. So let's do this.
Have you done it? Have you decided to decoded the writing on the monuments?
Yes, we have. So the code is actually, based on what I wrote down, it is actually Kublai, and then 3. So with 1, 2, and that, and 1, 3. And we are done.
Kublai Khan III.
Kublai.
Is he known to you?
Sure he is. You must have heard of Kublai, King of Sky Pirates, right? I wonder if they're related.
I bent my bottom gilder on it, Ollie boy. Getting proper interesting this is. I reckon we should pay the old Kublai a visit. See what he makes of it.
Okay, so with that, let's head over to Kublai and see what's going on with him. So he's over on the Iron Wyvern, so this is an easy one to get to. So no cut needed for this one. So let's see what Kublai has to say about this. Don't need to talk to Tengri, but we do need to find where Kublai is hiding. He is over here. Hey, buddy. Long time no see. So let's see here.
Ahoy there, lad. How go the preparations for the final battle?
They're fine. There's, something I wanted to ask you, Captain Kublai.
Well, spit it out then. You'll get nowhere playing coy with me.
Did you ever hear of somebody called Kublai Khan III?
How did you come to hear of their name?
So you have heard of him?
Aye, of course I've heard of him. He was my father's father's fathers. What business do you have with the old dog?
Boy gave us a pirate treasure map in Castaway Cove, and when we followed it, we found all these monuments, and the letters carved on them spelled out Kublai III.
Is that so? Makes sense, I suppose. Legend has it that the third to bear the name of Kublai Khan was captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirate scoundrels. His name was known and feared in his day, but that was many an age ago now.
Wow, so he was a real-life pirate legend, huh?
More than that, a hero. Tales tell that no matter how much he plundered, he could spend it all in an instant.
That doesn't sound very heroic.
Sounds flipping idiotic if you ask me. Aye, you may be right there. The legends also speak of treasure that was worth more to him than any other.
They do? Gee, do you think it could have really existed?
Aye, lad, I know little of it, but they say he carried it with him to his dying day. Crikey, must have been one tidy treasure to a legendary pirate, not to be wanting to let it go.
True, honestly.
They say it was finally hidden away in the depths of a forest on the island somewhere. And the island so inhospitable that no ship could reach it. Flipmon, we've got to find it. Come on, Ollie boy, it's treasure find hunting time.
Nito, I sure hope we can find it.
If you do, you'd best set aside my share of the spoils, or I'll have your thieving guts for garters.
Okay, so BRB, I'm gonna actually be on the Broken Crown is the next time I'll see you, so BRB. Okay, now that we're on the Broken Crown, let's do this. Do you think it's something to do with Kublai's great-great-grandfather's most valuable treasure? The one he told us about? It must be. Hey, if we use magic, can we probably make it, so that we can read those words, huh?
Go on then, give it a go.
Okay, so 1 rejuvenate should fix this. So, let's fix up the Broken Crown's, little stone here, and see what's going on here. Neato, the writing's just like new.
Nice work, Ollie boy. Right then, let's have a read, shall we?
The greatest treasure of all. They say that life is an adventure, and so it has proved for us. Braving terrible storms and giant waves, we've explored every corner of this wondrous world. We've seen such sights as no man could imagine, felt cold that chilled the blood, and heat that singed the skin. We amassed countless treasures, and spent just as many bested countless foes, and paid victory's heavy price. But finally our journey is at an end. After all time and all this traveling, I have discovered the greatest treasure of all, a life spent with friends. To this, no worldly wealth can compare. As tribute to those times with my friends, and I shared, I have made records of my dearest memories and placed them around the world we explored together. I hope that one day another adventurer will find them, and will discover the value of companionship on one's journeys. Here lies Kublai Khan III, of that name, captain of the indomitable spirits.
So it's a grave, is it?
I guess so. Gee, it sure sounds like Kublai's great-great-grandfather had a fun life.
So time you spend with your friends is the greatest treasure in the whole wide world. That's a bit pretentious, ain't it?
Huh? Well, I think I kinda get what he's saying, though. I mean, my memories of traveling around this world with you guys, they're the best I have.
Yeah, but, Ollie boy, that is really, crikey, it's flipping boring by here, ain't it? Let's go back to Castaway Cove, shall we?
Okay, so 1 travel to Castaway Cove, and let's go tell the boy of the greatest treasure of all, friendship. Hopefully the boy is fine with that, because he was kind of hoping he'd find some treasure, so I'm gonna hope he won't be mad about that one. More than likely not, though. He is a little kid after all, so it's not like it's some big burly pirate dude hoping that there's treasure. It's just a little kid hoping and praying that his map leads to someplace.
Ah, you finally returned. You have something to report, perhaps?
We sure do. Kublai Khan III was our friend Kublai's great-great-grandfather, and he was the captain of Castaway Corsairs.
I thought as much. Truly I did.
So Kublai sent us off to find out one of the old fellow left behind, see? The greatest treasure of all, ain't it?
And? What did you find? You must tell me at once.
Well, it's probably not what you were expecting.
What? Surely not another puzzle.
Nah, man, it was old Kublai Khan's grave, ain't it?
His grave?
Uh-huh, but there was a message too. After all this time and all the traveling, I have discovered the greatest treasure of all, a life spent with friends.
Proper wise words from the old sea dog there, ain't it? Memories of good times with our buddies are more than precious than boring old treasure like. Hold on, no, they're flipping ain't. What a load of old rubbish that pirate wants his head looking at.
I see. So there never was any treasure to be found. But Kublai Khan III's words have only made me more determined to have my own adventures with friends, of course.
Gee, that's great. We'll be rooting for you and your friends.
Alright, thank you. Though our search for treasure was not successful, the tales you brought back with you gave me untold pleasure. In fact, please allow me to give you this, in exchange for all the excitement you have brought into my life. 2 evil eyes and 5,000 guilders, and a bunch of stamps. I believe that's 10, which is never bad. Thank you for a full merit card stamp. Oh, and please take these also. I found them in the governor's storeroom, near the place where you discovered the map. May you help those who manufacture the mightiest of weapons.
Ooh, more alchemical formulas. I'll take that. Okay, so we actually have another mission over here, so let's just walk over here and go grab our good old buddy, the guy that keeps losing his diary. His one to last missions, I believe. I think he has one more, unless this is notes from the center. Then it's 100% his final one. So let's see here. Oh, hello again, sir. So you made it back to the Summerlands, huh?
I most certainly did. Had a hankering to visit Ding Dong Dell once more before calling time on this journey of mine.
bout of the old nostalgia, what? Oh, yeah, so did you find any interesting stuff to write about since we last saw you? Well, I'm jolly glad you asked, old boy. There was one rather heavy moment when my ship got caught in the most frightfully nasty storm. When we finally made land, I do declare I thought I had discovered a new continent. You can imagine my excitement, I'm sure. Strange plants, mysterious statues, and the queerest illustrations all over the ground. Why, the mere thought of it sets the old heart beating. It's all documented in my diary, of course. I don't suppose you'd care to... Oh dear me.
No prizes for guessing what's coming next.
I've lost it. I've lost the body thing. My diary is gone.
Well, man, who'd had flipping thought?
I must have left the confounded thing on that island. I don't suppose you'd help the chap out and fetch it for me, would you? Notes from the fog. A man visiting Castaway Cove is rather flustered. Against all expectations, it would seem he's misplaced his diary. Agree to look for the missing diary. Yes, sirree. So, Notes from the Fog is now ours to go with. So, let's do this. You would? Oh, jolly good show. I wouldn't have it and, want to have to rely on the dicky memory of mine when time comes to write the old memoirs. So where exactly did you leave it? On some island, right?
Statues and drawings on the ground, is it? I can think of a couple places. Don't suppose you'll remember anything else, do you?
Oh, I do recall making a diary entry while sitting on a small statue, giving the old back a break, you know. It all comes flooding back, yes. There was a picture of a most enormous skull on the ground, nearby, rather ghastly if you ask me. A picture of a skull, huh? Okay, we'll find it for you. Okay, so the next one is actually really easy to find. The only thing we need to do is just go to Era Memoir, which is all the way over in Nausicaa. So this one's pretty easy to find, although it is going to take us a couple seconds to get over there, if it's the right one. So, as you can see on the map, you can see a couple of pictures on the floor. So the one we're actually trying to find is actually the one with the skull on it. And there's only one of those if I'm remembering correctly, so it should be pretty easy to find it, because as long as we're near that area, it shouldn't be too hard to find. And I don't think any of these familiars are going to chase us down for the most part, so I'm not sure if it's going to be specifically on the statue, but it's 100% going to at least be on the stone. So let's see here. Nope, not there. So it's going to be... Nope, here it is. Okay, we found it. Hey, look, it's the gentleman's diary.
Don, the old conjurer must have had a nap here and left it behind, I reckon.
Well, he does seem kind of forgetful. Anyway, we should take it back to him. And there we go. The traveler's diary has now been attained. So, let's head back to Castaway Cove, and let's go finish up his mission. Only a couple ones left. And I actually have to make sure that we're almost done as well, so there will be a cut right after this one, because I'm going to re-look at my notes and see which one we should do next. So I think we're going to be doing the delivery mission next, I think, for, the Tiki Mahala guy. So I think that will be our next one, if I'm going to be completely honest. So with that, let's go give his notebook over to him, and we'll have a small cut after this. We found your diary, sir.
Oh, spiffing. You made it onto the singular old island, did you? Rather treacherous, what?
Yeah, I guess. Try not to lose your diary again, okay?
Indeed not. Old bean, this thing's given me enough scares as it is. Now I simply must give you some sort of reward. Ah, here you go.
A Diva's Mantle and 3,000 guilders. Okay, cool, I'll take it. I think you can get the Diva's Mantle from Cassiopeia, if you fight her, which is pretty hard to get, honestly. I'm pretty sure it's something you have, like, a really low chance of getting off of her, but I'll take me a freebie. So, just like that, 7 more merit stamps, and I'll be right back to figure out what we're gonna do next. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now that we're in Al Mamoon, we have this guy, the Tiki Mahala guy, also known as the guy that ended up making me a little upset because I was missing one piece of rice or something like that. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was more than likely, I think it was an ingredient item, either tender beef or rice. It was one of those, 100%, but I'm not sure which one it was specifically. But, let's do this. So, we have another mission from him.
Phew. So much still to do. I must hurry.
You sure look busy today.
I am indeed. My Tiki Mahala has proved so popular that I have almost more orders than I can meet.
And since I'm beginning to offering a delivery service, they have been pouring in from across the land.
I can't say I'm surprised, man. That curry is almost scarily tasty. Proper amazing it is.
But how do you keep it warm if you're delivering it so far to faraway places?
There's no need to keep it warm, man. I mean, it's just as good cold as it is piping hot.
Thank you. Your faith in the ability inspires me to work harder. I do not regret my curry popularity, but it means that I no longer have the time to carry out deliveries myself. Perhaps if you have time, you might consider helping me. I have orders from all over the land that I cannot hope to deliver myself. The owner of Raj Mahal Curry Stall is too busy to deliver all the orders he's receiving curry in a hurry. Agree to help the delivery for some curries. Okay, let's grab it on up. And this is going to be one of those we cut up because we're going to be going to multiple different locations. Based on what I wrote down, it looks like we have 5 locations. Not as much as the Kublai one, but definitely still a bunch. So there's definitely going to be a couple cuts. So let's do this. Thank you once again. You are truly my savior. Very well then. The first delivery is the Sheikah Spice, here in Al Mamoon. Please, it must be delivered to him, with all haste.
No worries, man. Leave it to Ali Boy's delivery service.
You have obtained a bowl of Tikka Mahala, so just to save some time, we're going to skim to each and every one, so BRB. Okay, first is the Sheikah Spice, where we first originally got the ability to actually make the special curry, so let's do this. Special delivery, 1 Tikka Mahala for a Mr. Sheik.
And not a moment too soon. I had almost given up hope. Lately, this most delectable curry is all I can bring myself to eat. All else pales in comparison.
You eat it every day?
But of course, it is the finest of all foods. I will never tire of it. It is made with my very own special blend of spices, after all. How could it not be the very pinnacle of culinary excellence? You too played your part in the creation, of course, and now its delivery also. You have my thanks.
You're welcome, Mr. Sheik, sir. Thank you for choosing the Raj Mahal. Okay, with that, I'll see you back at Raj, since we have to walk all the way back to him every single time, it seems, so, I'll be right back. Okay, Raj, we're back, so let's see, what do you got for us now?
Welcome back. The delivery went well, I trust. Well, I wish I were able to allow you a moment's rest, but there is still a couple customers awaiting deliveries on the delicious curry. Will you oblige me once more?
Sure we will. Who's next on the list?
The next delivery is the one of the illustrious personage in all of Castaway Cove.
Castaway Cove, got it. We'll be right back. You have obtained a bowl of Tikka Mahala, so BRB, and I'll see you all in Castaway Cove. Okay, our next delivery, so let's give it on to the Mayor of Castaway Cove. Here you go, sir. 1 Tikka Mahala curry.
Praise be the ancients. It has arrived. What a wondrous aroma as my mouth it waters. The treacherous desert crossing must make when visiting Al Mamoon fills me with the most terrible dread. This delivery service is truly a blessing.
That's good to hear.
But such an achievement is the most memorable of curries. Must be commended in person. Please inform Raj that I shall be braving the sands to visit him soon.
Alright, we'll tell him. Okay, and with that, we'll see you all at Raj. Okay, time for our third delivery. What do you got for us, Raj?
Welcome back. The delivery went well, I trust. So sorry, but I have another order for you to deliver. The next one is someone in the Empire of Hamlin.
Hamlin? Jeepers, the orders sure are coming in from far away. Who exactly is it for?
Let me see now. Curses. And I have been so busy that my notes are terribly disarray. I cannot find the name, but it is for one who runs a shop that prides itself on selling everything under the sun.
Maybe the Connor Master then, I would think.
Well, that's not very helpful, is it, one? You reckon we'll be able to deliver it based on the load of garbage old nonsense, do you?
We'll just have to do our best. Sure. Okay, so with that, I'll be in Hamlin. I believe it's the Connor Master. It's either him or the guy that we got the armor for the pig armor. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we'll find out very shortly. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, so it was actually the guy that we got the pig armor from. That's kind of funny. Here you go. Special delivery, 1 red hot curry for you, mister.
But since when did you start working as a delivery boy?
Raj, who makes the curry, was awfully busy, so he agreed to help out.
So that explains a lot. Well, good luck. You're going to have your work cut out for you. I've heard this curry has fans all over the world.
I'm sure we'll be fine. And with that, I'll see you all at Raj again. This is starting to get annoying, I'm gonna be honest. It's like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 10 minutes of walking all the way to Raj's stand. I'm not even joking. But we're cutting all that out, thankfully. But I'll be right back at Raj's stand again. Okay, time for our 4th delivery. And this one's gonna be for the Tombstone Trail, thankfully. So this one's really easy to get to, so we don't need to do a cut, thankfully. So let's see here. Hey Raj, 4th delivery, see what we're getting. Welcome back. The delivery went well, I trust. Hamlin is very far from here. Without your help, I could have never been able to complete the order. Truly, you are my savior. And I am afraid you will have to come to my rescue once more. I have just received another order. I hope you can oblige me. Sure we can. Who is it for this time? I'm afraid I have failed to catch all the details. Let me see now. It was for one who is all bones. Yes, that is how the customer described himself. Jeepers, it sounds like he needs the food real soon. I hope we can get it to him, in time. I seem to remember his location being somewhere that sounded most dark and foreboding. Dark and foreboding, got it. We'll be right back. And there we go. So, let's go over to the, let's see here, the Tombstone Trail. And this one's actually in the Crypt Casino, the one that we, ended up unlocking, because, we ended up getting the, little skeleton key that allowed us inside. And thankfully, this one's, like, literally right next to the opening, so we don't need to do a cut for this one, thankfully, since it's super close to us. So, let's see here. Into the Crypt Casino, and let's go find where our bony friend slash skeleton is hiding. And he seems to be the guy all the way over here, so the bartender. Hey, bartender, nice to meet you. Here you are, sir. 1 tiki mahala curry.
At last. The legendary tiki mahala curry that everyone's talking about. What an aroma.
Gee, everybody seems to love this stuff.
They certainly do. And all the customers have been saying it tastes absolutely to live for. I don't think skeletons need to eat. How do you taste things then, without a tongue like?
You can't ask things like that, Mr. Drippy. I'm sorry, sir, here's your curry.
Thank you. I can't wait to tuck in.
Great. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, with that, I'll see you all at Elma Moon. Okay, time for his final delivery. Okay, what do you got for us, Raj? Welcome back. The delivery went well, I trust. It sure did. Where to next, sir? Haha, you already guessed that would be another, I see, but thankfully this will be the last. The customer is one who dwells in a lost village hidden deep in a forest, to the west of Ding Dong Dell. He heard rumors of my delicious tiki mahala, and decided to try it himself. We must not disappoint him. Roger, we'll be right back. Okay, with that, I'll see you all in this hidden little location over in Ding Dong Dell, so bear me. Okay, we're at our final delivery location. So over here next to the deep dark woods, there's a little forest glade that you can go into, and this is where we actually have to go. So there should be a guy all the way back here, and let's go and give him his tiki mahala curry. So here you go, buddy. Here you go, special delivery, 1 red hot curry.
Boy with red hair brings us curry, fiery foods. Only here in Legends.
Okay, well, I sure hope you like it.
Fiery food. Smells good, very good. Want to eat now.
Here you go. And if you like it, be sure to order more. And with that, I'll see you all in Alma Moon. Raj is very lucky that I have the power of editing on my side. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, Raj, please give me my stamps now, because that mission is a nightmare. We did it. We delivered the last curry.
You did. Truly, I cannot thank you enough.
Everybody who ate it told us how delicious it was. You have a lot of satisfied customers.
This is music to my ears. To know that our efforts were not in vain, it is satisfaction indeed. I am sure I have told you already, but truly, you are my savior. Please accept this token of my eternal gratitude. Thank you.
20 bowls of tiki mahala and 30,000 guilders. Wow, thanks, I guess. I don't remember if the tiki mahala is actually good, but actually it was worth it in the end. We ended up getting 11 stamps. Thanks. Cool. Okay, so that ended up being a lot better than it was going to be. That's actually really good. Okay, so the next one's actually in Alma Moon, and the fastest way to get to it is actually teleporting out of the location and then walking right back in. So we're just going to do that to save some time here, since there is an easy way to get to this one. Since this one is over where, I forgot what these are called. Actually, I completely forgot what these called. Oh, the Cat's Cradle, there we go. I completely forgot the name for a second. I believe it's Con, more than likely. It looks like it is. Hey, Con, long time no see.
It's no good. Without a model to inspire me, I shall never complete it.
What's wrong?
The picture I am currently painting, I cannot seem to get it right. No matter how hard I try, the wellspring of my vision has run dry.
It has, huh? What kind of picture is it?
It is a study of the fierce and noble beauty of a child wild in the hills and forests of our fair land. But I cannot seem to summon a clear image of her, by imagination alone. This work requires the brutal clarity of the real. If I could only find a suitable model, perhaps I would be able to capture the magic I seek.
It sounds like a real neat picture. I'd sure like to be able to see it when it's finished.
You would? Then perhaps you will help me complete it. Will you find a model who embodies my vision and bring her to me?
The Artist Muse, a Mamuni artist, is looking for a model who can inspire him to complete his latest work. Agree to help the painter. Yes, sirree. I'm surprised it doesn't say, Khan, because he actually has a name. But, let's see here. An Artist Muse, let's do this.
Thank you. You are truly a patron of the arts. The child I seek is a girl as wild as the hills. A forest dweller, perhaps. She has short hair and a necklace. Yes, the necklace is most important.
Okay. So, with that, I'll see you all in Turtle Crag's secret forest. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now in Turtle Crag Island, we can actually go and find this girl. So, into this little area right here, we can actually find it. So, this is the only forest on Turtle Crag Island from my knowledge. And there's also a couple chests here, which I did chart chests before starting up the recording again. So, let's actually just grab these real quick since I've never been here before. And I don't want to forget these. Enigma Armor. And then this one's right here. So let's do a nice little shooty at this green chest over here. And I got a Slowpoke gem. Okay, so what is this armor? Because I've never actually seen this stuff before, so let's see here. It's worse than my Celestial armor. It's cool looking though, but thanks, I guess. Okay, so we need to find the girl. And apparently it's this one.
You new face. Wanna play with me?
Hey Mr. Drippy, do you remember how the artist Khan was looking for a model? This girl would be a good fit, don't you think?
You're not wrong, honey boy. She was just what the artist ordered. A girl child wild as the hills and forest. That's hard to see, man.
What? You searched for me?
Well, kinda. An artist friend of ours asked us to find him a model, you see.
That's when we happened to bump into you, ain't it? You're just what you were looking for. Old Khan's going to be proper chuffed with us.
Really? Me model? Face go red.
So, will you come with us to Alma Moon to meet our friend?
Yes I come. I model.
Okay, and I think it's actually teleporting us there. Thank you, game. That's actually really nice. Okay, Con, here you go.
By the beards of the ancients. You found her. Yeah. She is just as I imagined her, and her smile is such a mysterious charm. This will be the greatest painting the world ever has seen. You paint me good, yes? But of course, girl. Entrust yourself to my vision.
We sure are looking forward to seeing the finished picture. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. To reward you for the priceless contribution to the future of the arts, here.
A shield of pure and 3,000 guilders. Thank you, buddy. And there we go, another mission done. Only a couple left. So, with that, I'll see you all in we're already in Almoon. I'll see you all in Hamlin next, so Beardy. Okay, and now that we're in Hamlin, let's do our next mission. So, let's do this. Oh, I've slept in again. That makes it 456 days in a row. Don't you have an alarm clock, mister? I've got more alarm clocks and I know what to do with. The problem is not one of them seems to do the trick. I've tried big ones, small ones, and ones with bells, whistles, hammers, but I slept through them all. There is one kind I haven't tried yet, though an alarm clock which I've heard very good things about. That's what I'm looking for now. What kind of alarm clock is it? It's called a Sleep Begone. Listen, you wouldn't help me look for one, would you? All the blasted searching is wearing me out. Wakey wakey, a Hamlin man is having great difficulty staying awake, and has requested your help. Agree to help the sleepy man. Yes, sirree. Okay, let's do this for what looks to be 7 stamps. Okay, cool. You will? Why, that's marvelous. Now, the whole business has been rather tiring. Good luck. Okay, we already have one of those.
He'll be snorting his head off in a minute, the lazy beggar.
Yeah, we need to bring him that alarm clock. Right away, huh? Yep, we already have one of those, so here you go.
Oh, is this it? The alarm clock I've heard so much about. It looks like it's got a powerful ring to it. Look, man, the lazy beggar's nodded off with his eyes wide open.
Mister, wake up.
Huh? Oh, do excuse me. Sleeping on my flipping rear. What a waste of time. I'm really not sure this is going to do the trick. I wonder if I could ask you for one more favor.
What is it, mister?
Would you be kind enough to bring me a cappuccino? That would be,
Okay, we got one of those for you.
That's a fine-looking cappuccino. Thanks, I'm bound to put a spring back in my step. Please excuse me while I sample it.
Okay, here you go. I think we have one more for him.
Woo-wee, I've never felt so wide awake.
Neato, it looked like it worked.
That's better. I've never felt so very, very sleepy. Flipping heck, I've been lazy beggars in my time, but this bloke takes the biscuit. This is most strange. How can I be so sleepy?
Huh, it sure wore off fast.
I've felt sleepy before, but this is something else. I feel completely drained. This fellow's in a bad way, man.
Is there something else we could do to keep him awake?
Perhaps if you had it familiar, the new 8 Trick Lake Rise and Shine.
Alright, maybe that could do the work. We'll bring you a critter just like that as fast as we could.
Please what you can, please.
Okay, so the Rise and Shine is you have to actually feed one of your familiars a Rise and Shine gem. And honestly, I'm never going to use the spell, so let's just throw it onto you real quick. And just throw it onto him, and that should affect this guy pretty easily. So, here you go, sir. Hey, mister, we brought you that critter you wanted.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. That looks like the familiar a man can rely on. Do you really think we could get it to use Rise and Shine right away?
Okay, let's try it on him.
Oh, wee woo. I've never felt so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. My sleepiness has been banished. Thank you, you've done so much for me. Flipping and right we have. I met some flipping lazy beggars in my time, but you're a flipping phenomenon.
True.
Your fairy does say the most amusing things. Well, anyway, here's something for your troubles.
A dragon lance and 3,000 guilders, and just like so, another mission done. We still got quite a bit of them, so the next one's actually over in the Iron Wyvern. So we need to go over to Shirley and Smiley, which are actually the new shopkeepers. I completely forgot about that, and I accidentally went through their dialogue already, so I'll just show you what they sell. They ended up becoming weapon sellers, basically, which is kind of cool. But as you can see, there's some pretty cool stuff here. But other than that, let's do this. So, Shirley, let's see what your mission is, bud.
Flip man, no man, this will never do. Cranky boys, you don't look too chirpy. Oh, how do, Drippy boy? Here, listen to this right. We finally went and opened our shop, and not a single flipping fairy has popped in. Tragic it is.
I just don't know where we're going, man. We've got some proper tidy stock in and everything.
I'll tell you one where you're going wrong. Opening a shop here, you numbskulls. What fairy's ever going to end up by here?
I feel kind of sorry for them, Mr. Drippy. Isn't there something we can do?
Alright. Let's have a think. Well, there ain't much we can do about location, but... of course, Cranky, I'm clever. Here, what are your flagship products? Sorry, we don't sell ships, man. I suppose we could order you one if, flagship products, I said. You flipping half-wit. You know exclusive stuff. Stuff you can only get by here. Make yourselves the exclusive stockist. If of some unique high-end items, and they'll be queuing up around by here decade, man.
You reckon tidy? Well...
Oh no, that's Shirley.
You reckon tidy? Where do we get some of them, then?
Leave that to me, man. Got loads of flipping brilliant ideas I have.
You're joking, are you? I'm not letting you go off on spending spree while I'm stuck by here slaving away at the shop. You work, shy so-and-so. Drippy boy, you like to find us some proper good stuff, ain't it, though?
Totally tidy tools. Smiley and Shirley need some ideas for a new weapon shop to attract, or new weapons to attract customers to their shop. Agree to help Smiley and Shirley. Yes, sirree. And this actually opens new items for you to buy from them, which is pretty cool. Sure we can. Leave it to us. Say, Smiley, can you tell us what ideas you had?
Course, man. My first amazing idea was to go back home and ask everybody in Fairy Ground. There's so many people down by there. One of them's bound to have an idea.
So your amazing idea is to keep asking people until you find someone that actually has an actual idea, is it? And I think I doubted you.
Tom, man. I knew you'd like it. Also, I reckon we need some proper quirky stuff. So try asking someone with an eye for comedy, too.
An eye for comedy, eh? Well, there's an obvious candidate for that, ain't there?
Indeed, Mud. Indeed. And she's been around in a tidy while, too. Reckon she must know something. That's that. I thought of asking her, so my ideas are proper tidy and everything, but her ideas might be good too, ain't it, though?
Honestly, probably.
Yeah, it could be that. Or maybe likely your ideas are a load of flipping rubbish.
Oh, and there was another one I had it when we were lilies. One of us used to always go around carrying, about these amazing weapons he dreamed up.
Let's see here.
It was tidy a while back, though, so I can't remember much about it. Proper quirky ideas they were, though. Well, weird.
Oh yeah, man. Little feller ain't it, though. Smelled funny.
Yeah, that was him, man. Oh, I remember now. It was you.
What? No, it wasn't. Darn it.
You used to draw them all over the place, ain't it, though? Reckon there must be some of your graffiti left somewhere.
Well, looks like a trip to the fairy grounds on the cards, ain't it? Let's go and find these boys some one-off wonder weapons.
Let's go. We'll be right back, you guys.
Tidy. Ta-ra for now.
If you get stuck, just come back here and ask us, ain't it? Though.
Yeah, true. Okay, so let's head over to the fairy grounds. I don't know if you need to do a cut for this one, but let's head over there and see what we can find out, since this one shouldn't be too hard to find. And I already can tell this episode's gonna be a long one. Just looking at the actual, recording time right now. It's 1:32, but I know 10 minutes are me trying to get the intro started, or technically not intro, but re-intro back in. So I do know that it's probably somewhere around there. I don't know. It's gonna be a long episode, though, I can tell. Well, let's see here.
How do, boys? Long time no see ye. Drippy boy, hold you something up?
Well, I got something to ask you as it goes.
Something to ask us? What is it, man? We're not in trouble, are we?
No, but we do hope you might have some items, or ideas for items.
Smiley's really got weapon shop, is it? I thought that was part of their routine, like.
Nah, man, it's all true. You need stock, ain't it? Can't you think of any weapons that'll get fairies flocking to the door?
What about your old slapstick, Drippy boy? There's not many more legendary weapons than that, is there?
My slapstick? Don't be daft. What would anyone want to do with an old bit of rubbish, man?
Of course. You've not been around lately, have you? The youngsters these days reckon you're a proper legend, ain't it? You're known in fan circles as Lord High Lord of the Laughs.
Lord High Lord of the Laughs, huh? That's one neat nickname.
Maybe though. Your gangs are the stuff of fairy legend, Drippy boy. No one else ever even comes close. Which is why the youngins have been going crackers for replicas of your famous slapstick, ain't it?
Really imagine that. There's no accounting for taste, I suppose. You got the details of the replica thingy to hand. Ta boys, this'll come in proper handy.
Glad to be service, Drippy boy. Give Smiley and Shirley our regards, eh?
You got the idea for a soppy slapstick. Okay, perfect. Don't see any other ones in here, so I guess the next one is actually going to be in the dungeon, I think, if I remember correctly. Since we did find some old old paintings from Sterling, and I think we'll find them inside the actual dungeon, I think, if I remember correctly, because that was when he was a kid, so it would make sense. So we need to go right, and let's go find out where that is. It's one of these rooms, for sure. But I just don't remember which one specifically, since it's not going to map it for us. I believe, let's see here. There is a picture of Drippy over here, so it's got to be somewhere nearby. And there's only so many places that there could be a map, so... Or not a map, but, writings. Let's see here. I might do a cut here, just because I'm not specifically sure on which room it's going to be in. So... I'll be right back once we figure out which one it is. So, be boys and girls. Okay, I think I found it, so let's see here. Hey look, Mr. Drippy, there's something written here.
Oh yeah, what does it say then?
I made some gloves with, the claws of a crab. Then I found stone dead on the beach, poor dab. They carved my foes up something lush, but turned my flipping hands to mush.
Turned his own hands to mush? Well, that's no flipping good, is it?
You got the new idea for flawed claws. Okay, we got another one. I made some... Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I'm guessing we probably... Weird. Okay, weird. Okay, so I'm guessing there's probably one in every room, then? If I'm right. But honestly, I'm surprised that... Okay. I looked in every room, but I didn't see any other ones, so I'm kind of confused. Okay, well, I'll try and I'm gonna cut to when we find the next one, since I don't know where the others would be, because I swear I've been in every room already. So, BRB. Oh, wait, no, never mind, I think I found one. Okay, let's see here if I can click it. Nope, that's just a room, okay. Okay, I'll be right back once I find it. Okay, so I was wondering why I couldn't find the next one. So, the third one is actually the fairy godmother, so let's ask her.
Mom, I'm home.
Is that you, Drippy Botch? Why don't you ever give me a bit of notice before you come home, eh? Leaving your old mom in the dark, honestly. I've not done my hair or my makeup or nothing. Look at the state of me, goodness. Only knows what your friends must think of me, the shame.
Shut up, will you? No one cares about what you look like. Stop embarrassing me. Anyway, there's more important things to think about. Smiley and Shirley are in a proper pickle, and we need to bend your ear about it.
Listen to him, cheeky little devil. And here he was, such a dear little sweetie littly. Whatever happened to the lad who loved his mommy-wommy woohoo?
Okay, well, let's see if she can give us another weapon idea.
That's it, is it? Well, that's easy enough. I know just the thing you need. Came to me while you were yabbering on, it did.
Go on then, tell us.
What you need is a weapon with a funny name to make your customer smile, ain't it? It should do, I reckon.
It should.
Of course it should. Trust your old mom now. What about a nice healy one called an ambulance?
That is kind of funny. I actually like that one.
No good? Tough crowd, never mind. You could give one away, I suppose. Call it a freelance. Still not keen. Crikey. You want the moon on a stick, you do. Of all the littlies, there ain't a single one that ever gave me such grief. The things I do for you.
The things you don't do, more like.
Don't you take that tone with me, young man. Fine, I'll give you the most secret. You don't blame me if you get embarrassed.
Just shut up and tell us, will you?
It's the lance I used to rock you to sleep with before you were old enough to lick me so mercilessly. My dear old lullaby lance.
Sounds kinda cool.
Oh, don't go getting all dewy-eyed on me, love. You got me started now. Welling up I am.
Shut up, Mun. Time for the idea. To see you later.
And there we go. We got our final idea, I believe. So let's head back to the Iron Wyvern. And let's go tell Smiley and Shirley about our findings. And we have one more, which is in Motorville. So let's do this. Okay, tell me what you think.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys. We got them ideas you were after. Don't know if they'll be any use, but... Flipman, you did tidy. Here's a look then.
Okay, take a look on it then.
I know you wouldn't let us down, Drippy boy. This stuff is good. Gold, man, gold. You reckon? Mom's wasn't flipping rubbish, I thought. No, man, don't be stupid, man. Proper bangers these are. Ain't it though, Smiley?
No it ain't though. We're still missing something, and my dream weapon shop won't be complete till we've got it.
Crikey. There's no pleasing some people, is there? Go on then, what is it?
Well, see, it's...
what is it?
Well, see, we need a souvenir of the great sage Alicia.
What? Why Alicia?
I know, Mun, I know, she's gone. But that's why it'd be so special, ain't it? A proper relic, you know, a real talking point.
But where can we find one of those?
Well, indeed, Ollie boy, hang on. Of course, Ollie, ain't it?
Huh? My mom?
Yeah, man, your mom was the great sage Alicia before she went to your world, wasn't she? So any old thing of your mom counts as a souvenir for the great sage, ain't it?
Oh, I see. Isn't that stretching a little?
No, man, it's not a lie, is it? It's all how you sell it. Tidy, that's decided then. Let's go and find something, shall we?
Okay, so the next place I'll be seeing you is in Oliver's house, so BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now that we're in Motorville, we can actually go and get our final idea for an item. So let's do this.
The kitchen-y. Reckon there must be something by here we can use. Why, Ollie boy, can you think of anything in your mom's was proud fond of, or a weapon of choice like?
There's her frying pan, I guess. She used it every morning to make my eggs. She must have liked it a lot.
Her frying pan, eggs you say. Roll up, use your fiery frying pan. The great sage Alicia used to exact revenge on her foes. The frying pan. Or maybe just the flying pan. Yeah, I reckon I can work with that. Yep, this'll do. It'll be perfect, in fact. Tidy job done. Let's go, shall we?
Are you sure? It seems like a kind of goofy idea for a weapon. You got the idea for Mom's favorite frying pan. Okay, and now we just use Gateway, head back to Smiley and Shirley, and we only have 4 missions left. Wow, we still have 4 missions left. Wow, I'm gonna be honest, my audio file right now looks like 2 hours, and I know the original one was about like 20, so I actually have a feeling this is like almost an hour long, probably even more, maybe even hour 30 for all I know. So, I guess we'll find out what it is at the end, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes long, this episode. I guess I'll find out very soon when I go and edit this. Oh dear, help me. Well, let's do this.
Brace yourself, boys. We come bearing proper good news. Nice one, Drippy boy. We knew you wouldn't let us down. Go on then, what do you got for us?
Okay, here you go. Mom's flying pan.
Cranky, there's interesting. So the great sage Alicia was proper fond of something called a frying pan, is it?
That's right. It's not a weapon, but...
Shanty too. I mean, let me finish with you, Wally boy. Yeah, so it ain't technically a weapon, but she used it like an absolute murder some sausages. What you reckon? You can do something with this, ain't it?
Of course we can, man. It's an absolute banger.
Tom, seriously, our new stocks are gonna bring them flocking from miles around. Here, take this, to say Tom, like. Go on, take it.
A Blossom of the Bard, a pretty parasol, and a 10,000 guilders, thank you. And although we don't get any stamps for this, we actually do get a whole new slew of items to use. So let's actually check out their new stock, because there might be something good in there.
Cranky, and I think you started out thinking that the umbrella thingy was our star item.
Honestly, it does sound kind of weird.
Ain't it though? What kind of weapon shop specialized in umbrellas bonkers he must have been?
Oh, come on, come to mention it. That means the formula's going to spare now, ain't it? Here, have this too. It's a bit of a pain to make, but you try it out, man. You never know, it might come in handy. Save it for a rainy day, ain't it?
Okay, we'll take some new alchemical formulas, and let's see what we can do here.
Right up. So, let's sell our faces off, shall we? Roll up, roll down, roll sideways. We don't care as long as you roll our way.
And I think we can buy him from Smiley here, so it doesn't matter what we read there. Let's actually see what he's got. This gives you 90, that's actually not bad. So any kind of, like, magic-based familiars that use with blades, this is actually really good. Kiss of Death, that was already something we could use. The Lullaby Lance was something. It looks like plus 30 for magic. Couple things, not bad. And then the Mom's Frying Pan, 66 and 33, not bad. Not bad at all. And this one's 99. Ooh, it's actually better than the thing that, our buddy Grima is actually holding. That's kind of funny, because that thing's like 98 damage, and then it gives you plus 44 accuracy on top of that. That's not bad, but it damages the wielder, though. So, honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But, there we go. We got another mission done. So, next is, let's do Ding Dong Dell. And then we'll do the Ivory Tower one next. So Ding Dong Dell, it's a mission from the original guys we helped out in the very beginning of the game. And they have a mission for us, so let's see here.
What to do? How can I be so careless?
You don't look so happy. Is everything okay?
Oh, it's most certainly is not. My beloved, cat whiskers have been stolen.
Your cat's whiskers?
That's right, King Dom awards them only to the most deserving of his guardsmen.
Jeepers, you've lost them?
I have not lost them. Didn't you hear me? They were stolen. Look, the culprit's footprints are just there. They are as well. Hang on a moment. These aren't human footprints. No, they're not. You see, the thief was, the thief was a particularly wily creature of the wild. Alright. Happy now. Oh, if my fellow guards ever find out, I shall never live this down. Please, you must help me. Will you hunt down the beast who stole my cat's whiskers?
A Ding Dong Dell gatekeeper has been, has had his precious cat whiskers stolen by a monster. Agree to help the gatekeeper, the cat whiskers. Okay, pretty easy one. We just have to fight some giant creature. Oh wait, that's him.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. I can't leave my post, you see. No worries, man. With the legendary Inspector Drippy on the case, you'll have your treasure back in no time flat. Just follow the footprints, you'll soon find the thief. Please, you must hurry.
Okay, so this one's pretty easy. You just look at the footprints and then it leads out of town. And then you just you can literally figure out this one pretty easily. You don't have to actually follow the footprints. The easiest way to actually do this one is if you go up into the air, you can actually just follow the direction of where it is. And you can actually find it pretty easy. So if you just follow the actual road, if I remember correctly, it actually takes you right to where you want to go. I think if we go right around here, I think, is where he is. And I was right. There we are. Perfect. I actually remembered it. And this is our culprit. So let's do this.
Look at the size of that one. What the flipping heck is it?
It must be a monster that stole the cat's whiskers, Mr. Drippy. We have to get them back and fast.
Right, you are, Lolly boy. Let's sit it. It is it.
Okay. Fight the whisker thief. Yes, let's do this.
Right, you are, then. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Okay, easy peasy one. Okay, Ingenious Supremus. Okay, our first battle of today's episode. Not bad. Okay, so this is going to be really easy since we're actually really high level now. So let's just kind of just wail on this guy, because this guy has no chance. We're ready for the endgame bosses, and that's the whole reason why I'm leveled up so high. And also I'm leveled up for the Solaceum when we do that episode as well. Because that one's a little hard, because the golden enemies that we fight in final round, you need to be high enough level to actually fight them. And I barely got through that by the skin of my teeth the last time we did that in the original series. I got lucky because we had our buddy, the Costosaurus in that one, and we ended up using that to block a lot of the damage, and actually made it really easy to actually deal with that. So, with that, we got our cat's whiskers. Let's go back to Ding Dong Dell, and let's go tell him that we finished his mission. And there we have it. Only a couple missions left. I think we have 3 left. Not bad, not bad. And the next one is inside the Ivory Tower, so we got a couple things left. Hey, we got your whiskers back. Sorry it took so long.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. My beloved cat whiskers. Thank you, thank you. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Just don't get them pinched again, alright? No, I shan't. I shan't. They'll never leave my sight again. Not for a single second. Oh, and I must give you a reward, so here, please accept this.
A Radiant Blade and 3,000 Guilders. Radiant Blades are actually really good, so thank you for that, because that heals you for any damage you do. So with that, I'll be right back, since we have to go to the Ivory Tower next, so BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now that we're in the Ivory Tower, let's do these 3 Knights missions. So this one's gonna probably be cut up as well, because I remember we have to go to every single Magimech location in the game, and fight every single one. So, let's do this.
It's no good for you to join us here in the clouds. We have awaited your coming.
Huh? You were waiting for us?
I'm still in my doubts. Can this boy really be the one we seek?
I'm just gonna give them all the same voice. I'm really tired, I'm gonna be honest. So, honestly, and plus they don't have voices, or faces, so I can just make it the same one.
But you've seen the girl who accompanies him, have you not? She is the very image of the queen in her youth. If our queen has led him here, then he must surely possess the power we require. I would like nothing more than believe you, but how can our queen see clearly when she is enveloped in fathomless darkness?
Waiting face. I don't care how fancy your flipping armor is. Didn't your mom ever teach you it's rude to whisper in front of people? Excuse me, sir, but who are you? And, what are you doing here?
We were once formed the Queen's Honor Guard. It was our duty to protect the palace. Unless you wonder, we are illusions, given life by the power of the Queen's imagination, much like the Zodiarcs you have no doubt encountered.
You want quick, Ollie boy. Get your wand ready. We've got a fight on our hands.
This fairy is a feisty one, is he not? Fear not, we are not your enemies. The Zodiarcs who sat on the Queen's Council were malign. But we are sprang from the part of the Queen's heart that is still wise and just. Though through her radiance was lost sight, this side of herself it still lives on. Indeed, and was the very part of her heart that led you here to us. Now, we wish to grant you grant rest. I don't. Okay, let me see. Those who defended our cursed kingdom.
Cursed kingdom? I guess you mean Nausicaa, huh?
Precisely. Now, would you go and be good enough to hear our quest?
Order of Illusions. The knights who appeared in the Ivory Tower are ghosts, who were once charged with protecting Queen Cassiopeia. Agree to listen to the knight's request. Okay, let's do this. Well, sure, I guess. What is it that you'd like us to do?
Long ago, before the Queen was born, war raged across this land. No part of our world was spared the honor, horror, and turmoil of the Wizard Wars. As each side vied for advantage, new weapons were devised, which fused steel, stone, and sorcery weapon known as Magimechs. Of course, the Magimechs stationed around the palace were replicas. The originals were vastly more powerful. When the war ended, these weapons were deprived of their purpose, and one by one they became dormant, a state of akin to eternal sleep.
Okay.
Or so we believed. It now seems that some have reawoken, and all 4 Magimeks have emerged from their slumber. Perhaps the reappearance of the Ivory Tower disturbed them. We are not certain. In any case, these magical weapons are unwanted relics of the wretched conflict. They were no place here in this time. We have faith that our queen's heart will be restored to its former purity, and when this happens, we would spare her the sight of such tragic vestiges of Nausicaa's past. This is why we ask you to help the Magimeks return to their slumber. Listen, Helmet Face. Are you sure you're telling us to the full story? Cause I'm not really sure I trust you, as far as I could speak to. All this business about the Queen's heart being pure, well, it sounds nice enough, but I ain't seen much evidence of it so far. Something smells fishy to me.
But Mr. Drippy, don't you remember those visions from Queen Cassiopeia's past? You saw them too, right? I think they're telling the truth.
We'd appreciate your good faith, young man.
So where are they? The Magimeks, I mean.
When peace returned after the Wizard Wars, the Magimeks were confined to a number of secure locations around the world. But over the centuries, many changes have been brought into the landscape. We can no longer be certain of their whereabouts. Perhaps on your travels you've laid eyes on these ancient weapons sleeping peacefully? I'm afraid we can offer you little guidance. You must rely on our own memories.
Oh, that's brilliant, that is. Making it easy for us. Why don't you flipping dodgy, blooming, tin beast? Calm down, Mr. Drippy. I'm sure we can if we think real hard, we can.
If we can, we have one piece of information which may prove useful to you. Magimeks have strong connection to memory stones. You are familiar with them, I take it. The monuments that grant healing and stores one's recollections. Wherever a memory stone is found, so too may Magimeks reside.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll find them for you. And with that, I'll be right back. We're just gonna do a small little mini montage, and then we'll have all the bounty hunts for Dewey stuff, because Dewey is our last one, and that's just bounty hunt missions, basically, so we're gonna add his to a bounty hunt thing at the end. So, with that, I'll be right back, and we'll do our mini montage for the Magimeks real quick, so BRB. Okay, now that we have all the Magimeks done, let's go tell them how we done.
This is splendid. The Magimeks have returned to their eternal slumber. It seems that we underestimated your power. I sense that you may be capable of facing the kingdom's other great defenders in battle.
You what? Don't tell me there's more flipping blooming robots that need battering, man.
I'm afraid there are. Further remnants of the Sageless Stone Age. They guarded the main cities of Nausicaa throughout the Wizard Wars. While the Ivory Tower has floated free in the world below, these guardians have remained in Nausicaa, watching over the kingdom. We speak of the Magimek Masters. They were charged with guarding the kingdom's 3 great cities, Nausicaa, Tikal, and Idzos.
Wow, I guess there still is a lot of places I've never heard of.
Nausicaa was a capital city, and its culture and language dominated the kingdom. We were the Knights of Nausicaa, and defended the capital alongside the Magimek Masters. But now that the power sealing them was waived, these were once stout defenders pose a great threat to the people of this world, yourselves not least of all. We would ask that you grant them the rest, as you did their lesser brethren.
Okay, we'll do what we can.
We thank you. Your courage and spirit are admirable, and you will find the Magimek Masters where the 3 cities once stood. But know that almost nothing now remains of those once bustling metropolises. Nothing can save faded glyphs upon the ground.
So all we have to do is keep our eyes peeled for weird doodles on the floor, is it? Sounds like a dude already. Ready, Ollie boy? I sure am. And with that, I'll be right back once we do another mini montage, since we gotta go to every single area in Nausicaa, and there's 3 fights, so might as well just skip most of that with a small bounty, or small bounty hunt, like, little thing like we've been doing. So BRB, boys and girls. I'm so tired, I'll be honest. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes now on my list, and I've been going since. So, BRB. Okay, now that we're done with the Nausicaan robots, let's do this one last time.
Splendid work. I confess that we harbored certain doubts as to whether you would truly defeat such formidable opponents. I assure you the hearts of their masters are much lighter for your efforts.
Masters? You mean the Magimech Masters had masters of their own?
Indeed. The Magimechs were truly formed from the fighting spirit that dwelled within the hearts of certain individuals. They were familiars, and each one had a human master. And 3 of those masters now stand before you.
What do you mean?
Oh heck, I think I see where this is going. You sweet knights of Nausicaa II command soldiers of the soul. Come prove your worth against the mightiest Magimechs of all. Show us your true power.
And here we go. So now we get to fight off with 3 of them. 2 Magimech Masters and 1 Manic Magimech. So this one's pretty dangerous in a way, but because we already fought them before. And you kind of saw how hard it was just to fight one of them. And now we're fighting a bunch of them at the same time. So we do need to be very careful here. I'm going to heal up myself just because they're kind of focusing me at the moment. And let's see here. As long as we do damage to one of them and get rid of one first. Uh-oh. That's going to hurt. Twinkle Twinkle is an attack that attacks everybody on field. Okay, so far so good. And that is something I need to evade. Tell my allies to defend as well. Thankfully, I got the evasion off, so I don't have to worry. But that still hurts, though. So there we go. Tell our allies to go back into attacking. Tell them to go on this Manic Magimech before we end up dying here. Tell everyone to heal up. Do a healing hand on Swain. Okay. Sorry if my my commentary is not as good as it would be normally, but it is 2 hours into recording, and my voice is starting to go at this point, and I'm starting to, like, drain, because I usually drink a coffee before recording, so I'm literally, like, out of energy now at this point, so if that says anything, we're getting really close, although we're almost done, thankfully. Let's see here, I need to back up, defend, we need to provisions, do a Phoenix Feather on Marcusson. Hopefully I don't go down in time. But Twinkle Twinkle is going to knock us out. And, well, now it's just Swain and Marcusson. This is fun. Okay, this is very fun. Okay, I'm just going to use something that makes it easy. And we're just going to use one of these, because I don't care. Provision that restores everyone's HP and makes it so it's much easier to deal with this. Okay, so let's see here. Since we do need to worry, let's try and revive our buddy Marcusson real quick with another Phoenix Tier. And then we can get rid of this this other guy. I can't tell him to defend, which is very unfortunate. But at least we can block most of that. Okay, so far so good. Hopefully they'll... Wait, did our provision not go off? Yeah, it didn't. Okay. Heal Marcusson again, because for some reason it blocks it from actually helping us. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, tell Swain to bring out his ally, get rid of the first Magimech, there we go. Okay, now it's going to be much easier. To turn into Oliver, get ready to use a drop chop here, or anything we can possibly do. We're going to go for this one since we're really close to it. Might as well go for this one instead. Okay, so far so good. Go for a drop chop to do as much damage as possible. We need to drop him as fast as possible. I think it'll block out one of the Twinkle Twinkle since both of them are attacking at once. Not too sure, but it looks like they are doubling up, so I think it cancels my evasion, which it did, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's the most we could possibly do. Thankfully, they don't spam those, which is really good, but they will use a ray gun very soon from now, so let's just try and get as much in as we possibly can in the short amount of time so we can get rid of this guy. Okay, so far so good. They're getting ready for a ray gun. Let's jump out of the way so we don't get hit by that. Thankfully, we were able to do that. Okay, we need to get rid of one of these before they go for Twinkle Twinkle. Come on, come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, just one left, and this is the final one, I'm pretty sure. So we're almost done here. We just need to do as much damage as we possibly can in the short amount of time we can. Heal up Marcuson before he goes down. Okay, so far so good. Go back into our buddy Felix here, do a drop chop to do as much damage as we can, since 400 damage is really nice. And we can get it down in 1 second, so honestly, it's just, might as well just use it. Okay, so far so good. Okay, don't know what else we can do here. We kind of just have to wait here and just wait for our mana to come back. So let's just have them do what they're doing. I'm going to defend this so we don't go down. Twinkle Twinkle does hurt, so we might as well just be careful here. Okay, perfect. Tell everyone to defend while I kind of wait for my familiar to kind of regain its stamina. Thankfully, Drippy is using Tidy Tears, so that means we get HP back. Not bad at all. And we're almost done with this mission, because I'm pretty sure we don't have to fight the golden Magimex that you find at the end of this dungeon, thankfully. So that makes things 10 times easier. Let's tell them to all go back into full-out attacking, send Felix back out, do as much damage as we possibly can before he can do anything of the sorts. And thankfully we're getting crits here, which means down goes the final Magimek, and down goes these magical dudes with their Magimex. Oof, okay, down they go, perfect. And we got ourselves a Riddle Rivet, which looks like a D-pad on a PS3 controller, which is kind of funny. Okay, I'll take it. And there we go. And we're done with these guys, I think.
Extraordinary. To have been beaten even with our mighty familiars.
So let me get this straight. All of them real bruisers you had us going around bashing were flipping familiars all around.
Indeed they were. I feel we owe you an apology.
How come? Apart from attacking us, I mean.
Those Magimex and those weapons of stone and steel we asked you to defeat, they pose a threat to neither man nor beast.
You flipping what? You mean them great big bands of bolts were harmless as all along? You flipping ribbers.
We are truly sorry, but we had to tell you the truth. You would almost certainly have refused.
Of course we would have. But why would you have us hurt a bunch of innocent robots like that?
By now you must have heard of the dread mana. The masters of the Magimex have faced and were transformed by its terrible power, and thus you were left to wander the world masterless and alone. For years they've roamed, without direction or purpose.
Blimey, what did they do to pass the time, I wonder?
They act for out of an existence, waited for the day when their masters would finally return. Some stayed in Nausicaa carving a giant stone statues, or drawing glyphs upon the ground. Others traveled the world, leaving them behind the pieces of themselves as they went, pieces which in time came to be known as memory stones, and thus they came to develop what might be even called primitive culture.
So those pictures on the ground in Nausicaa, and the waystones, we've been using the whole time, those Magimex did all of that.
That is correct. They were responsible for creating almost all that now remains of the period we call the Age of Stone Age. They were leaving signs of their masters we could use to find them, and when they finally returned, little knowing that they would never see them again. But we are at least have returned by the grace of our queen. And yet we are no more than illusions. Soon we will vanish as swiftly as suddenly as we appeared. Which is why before the day came, we wished to grant peace to those who had fought so bravely to keep the memory of Nausicaa alive, who remained so faithfully still. That is all. And all we wanted, that is the truth.
I see.
You have helped us achieve all we wished, and now we will vanish once more. But we have faith that one day our queen will be restored to her true self.
We'll do everything we can to help Queen Cassiopeia, I promise.
We pray that you will. And to the end, we grant you one last gift, the power of the Knights of Nausicaa.
A Nausicaan in longsword, a suit of Nausicaan armor, and a Nausicaan helm, and 10,000 guilders. Thank you, and down goes the Order of Illusion. Another mission.
Farewell.
And there they go. They're gone for good.
They're gone. Maybe we should help old Cassiopeia out sooner rather than later, Ollie boy. For the sake, like.
You're right, Mr. Drippy. Let's do this. For those 3 knights, and for everybody of this world.
Now you're talking, Ollie boy. Now let's get going.
And with that, we only have 2 more missions left. Although we still are going to be doing Horace's, not like the stories of Horace, but we are going to be doing the, we still need to do his final missions, for the normal stuff, so we can actually open up his final mission. We'll do that one in another episode, though, when it comes to actually doing the final parts of it, because that one's a bit longer than a lot of the missions, so just to save you guys some time, we're going to wait for that one. So, with that, I'll see you all once we get to Ding Dong Dell again, so BRB. Okay, we're getting really close to the end of the episode, and this is where we're going to be finally doing the bounty montage, the real bounty montage, since we have the 3 from Dewey, and then the 10 bounty missions, so we might as well just put them all in one, to make 13 bounty mission montage things as fast as possible. So, let's do this. Hey Dewey, long time no see. This is your final mission, thankfully.
Well, this certainly isn't ideal, not at all.
Gee, Derwin, I don't think I've seen you like this before. Is something the matter?
Oh, Oliver, it's you. I suppose it was statistically certainty, that our paths would eventually cross again. Since you ask, I'm in what you might call a bit of a pickle.
What is it, one? Tell your old friend Drippy, Lord High Lord of the Fairies, one.
Very well, you see, the creatures upon which my studies certainly focus are on a certain ferocious disposition.
Jeepers, I bet that makes them difficult to catch, huh?
I think you'll find it makes them most entirely impossible to catch, and as a result, they can only be studied once they have been subdued into combat. Of course, a researcher of my standing is no position to risk his extremely valuable neck tackling such beasts.
Say no more, mun. We get the picture. What do you say, Yanni boy?
Fierce creatures. Derwin has moved on to Ding Dong Dell in search of more creature data. Agree to help Derwin with his research. Okay, and let's accept his final mission. Sure, Derwin. We'll help you out.
Excellent. You offered just as I predicted you would.
Hey, so you planned this whole thing, is it?
I'm sure he did. He always does, huh? Derwin, boy, you sure are smart.
Well, I am the most foremost mind of the generation. Your help is very much appreciated, of course. I need you to defeat 3 creatures altogether. The first is of the species is a grubby fog. Its habitat is the Jack Frost playground. This fearsome creature surrounds itself in a protective cloud and poisonous gas. It must be approached with the utmost caution.
Oh no. Don't tell me this is a comeback. Okay. I'm just gonna say this now. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna just keep the first part, and we'll be done with his mission. So the next time we see him, he's gonna be done. So, BRB, I'm gonna go do all his real quick, and we'll be right back. So, BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now that the Bounty mission montage is over, and Derwin's missions as well, let's do this.
Impressive work. I knew I'd make the right choice in trusting this research to you.
Gee, thanks. So, you got your, data?
I certainly did. Thank you, my young man. The data you have helped me collect is about to revolutionize the natural sciences.
Well, that sounds just swell, I guess. Good luck with all your research, Derwin.
I shan't be requiring luck. Oh, here is a little something for your trouble. I think you'll find adequate recompense.
A Lumberwood ticket, a Relics ticket, and a Dinosaurus ticket, which is really good familiars. Especially the Lumberwood, which is a really good familiar. But there we go, we have a bunch of rare familiar tickets, which is really cool.
Now we must get back to Ding Dong Dell and start processing this data.
Okay, and hopefully nope, he won't teleport me there. He's gone again.
Always shooting off somewhere, that one. I tell you, these creature researching types are hell of a peculiar.
Yes, they are. So with that, I'll have, we're gonna do one more cut since I have to walk all the way to Ding Dong Dell Castle to go find Horace real quick. And then we'll do both the Horace's things, and then we'll do our final mission, which is, the Notes from the Center, which is where we'll be finally meeting the conductor. So, let's do that. So, BRB boys and girls, and I'll see you in Ding Dong Dell Castle near Horace. Okay, now that we're back in Ding Dong Dell, let's do Horace's, one of his final missions. Although he has his own side quest, that is going to be in its own episode. I'm just going to put it, like, probably in the Coliseum episode or something, just because there's so much dialogue in it. But let's see here.
Ollie, here at last. I've been waiting for ages.
Hi, Horace. Hey, this is
where we flipping met him in the first place. Seems like flipping ages ago as it does. Hang on, didn't he say he'd come back where he first met him? When he remembered something.
Horace, does this mean your memory?
Not quite, but I remember one thing.
What is it? What is it? Come on, man, spit it out.
Patience. Pipsqueak, Ollie, I bet you want to solve another riddle before I tell you, don't you?
I guess.
You see the monument here? He has some Nausicaan runes on it. They're clue to something in the Wizard's Companion. Can you work out what it is?
Okay, so we'll take a look at it and I'll tell you what the answer is. The answer is Unleash, and I'm not going to decode that. So, let's do this.
Did you manage to decipher the Nausicaan runes, Ollie? They're a clue to something in the Wizard's Companion. Can you break it out what it is?
And the answer is Unleash, which is the spell that we ended up getting that ended up letting us use Guardians in battle. So, let's type in Unleash. Oh, Unleash, and we are done.
That's right. Well done. I'm very impressed, Ollie. All you had to do was combine two of the simplest spells, Form Familiar and Gateway, to make a super duper one, Unleash. It is a reminder that no matter how far you go, you should never forget the basics. And solving it is proof that you are ready to learn another super duper spell.
There we go, Thunderstorm. Summon a terrifying tempest that splits the sky in twain. No wizard should go into battle without first having mastered the spell. Not only does the fearsome power of the storm seize damage to your enemies, or cause damage to your enemies, but it also blows them away to a safe distance. Care must be taken, of course, to ensure that no innocent bystanders are caught in this chaos. And there we go, another spell. Thank you, Horace.
Alright, enough of that big-headed talk that was. You remembered.
I remembered the ash.
The ash, you mean?
You know about the white ash that fell here too, don't you? That ash, the mana, it turned all the people into horrible monsters. And when I saw it, I remembered. And that was how I died too.
Jeepers.
Well, I never.
A long time ago, the same ash fell and it killed us all. But that is all I remember.
Horace.
I heard that the big stone here was a monument of the Sage Ages. So I thought if I came here, I might be able to remember. But I don't think this is where I died. There was something else I needed to remember. Something more important. I'm going to carry on traveling. I need to find this place where I died.
Okay.
If I can find it, I think I might remember everything. I have to try. See you again soon.
Okay, and with that, we'll be traveling over to Era Memoir, which is our final location for the main horror stuff. And then he'll have his final mission, which is where we'll finally be being able to get the alchemical formula, which will make the Sky Tree wand. So, let's make our way to Era Memoir, and let's go see what he wants us to do next. And his next puzzle is going to be the answer, it looks like, The answer is wizard robes, apparently. So let's see here. I don't see him anywhere nearby, but apparently he is here, and there he is, where he is back to his normal self. As you can see, this is the true Horus. The true Horus that died all the way back then. So, let's do Spirit Medium, and let's see what Horus has to say.
Haha, it has been a while, has it not?
Huh? Sorry, sir. How have we met?
You really don't know. Well, I suppose I have changed my appearance somewhat since we last met. What the flipping heck is he on about? Oliver, I have been waiting for you. I have a tale I dearly wish to share with you.
Okay.
There was once a kingdom where we now stand. A mighty king united the surrounding lands and established a realm here. The king treated all his subjects equally. Be the humans, animals, and magical creatures. A new era of peace was dawning. Or so it seemed. But there were those who despised the king, covetous souls who envied his power. They plotted against him, sowing discord throughout the realm, and in doing so, set Nausicaa in the road to ruin. But there my memory becomes hazy. I cannot recall the names, nor even their outward appearance. Were there 12? Even though now that my amnesia has been cured, their faces remained hidden to me. Listen, man, I'm not really sure what you want us to say. I ain't as if we're flipping through what the rotters look like. I know that, but I also know that I recorded my fears about them somewhere. I left a message, a warning, so that when people saw them, they would know to beware, but where? Wait, yes, I hid a magical tome that would never age or decay, the Wizard's Companion, which means you must have seen it. I think I wanted people to think, or know what they look like, perhaps what they wore. Yes, this makes sense. The robes that they wore are described somewhere in the book, along with a warning. You must know where this is. I'm sure that's the key. That will unlock my memories. Please help me recover what remains of my missing past.
Okay, and let's go on giving on to him.
It was they who were at the root of the kingdom's strife. It was they who undermined the noble king. Those 12 evil souls,
also known as the Council.
But I cannot seem to recall what they look like. I'm certain that I hid a warning, the magic book you hold, somewhere, to show the reader that they look like. Please tell me the name of the garment they wore.
And that is wizard robes. So let's type in wizard robes real quick, and we'll be done with Horus for the time being. And let's do this. I am so tired, I'll be honest. It's 3 hours, and I'm surprised my controller is even still alive, to be honest. So, let's do this. Wizard robes. No, this is it. Wizard robes. Did I spell it wrong? Oh no, don't tell me that it has a different name. Okay, let's see here. We can easily find this one. If we just go to items, and it's something you can actually make in your alchemy thing, so let's just see here. Wizard robes, somewhere in here. It's gonna be under cloaks, I believe. Let's see here. Cyclones, no. This ain't it. Wait, where is it? I swear it's in here. Not here. Royal armor, wizard robes. Yeah, this is it. Page 117. Okay, so if we go to page 117 in the book, we should be able to find what we're looking for. Okay, we're getting close. 117. Wait, we're already on it, aren't we? Okay, let's see here. So, let's see here. B-E-W-A-R-E. Beware. Wizard robes. Oh, is it specifically with the apostrophe? I bet it is. Okay, let's try it again. This time with the apostrophe. Okay, let's try this again. Wizard's robes. I did tell you I am tired. It is 3 hours of recording. And it's more than likely not even going to be as long as I am recording because there's multiple cuts and everything, so I actually have no clue what the actual length of this episode is. But it's definitely a long one, I can tell that one. So, wizards, and please be right. Hopefully, if I add the apostrophe, it's right. Okay, it was very specific. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, that is right. Now I remember, those fiends clad themselves in wizard's robes. I can see them now, deep in deliberation. They were the Council of 12. Each member was given the title of a Zodiac, and that is not all. Well, come on, man, spit it out. What have you remembered? I was there, all those millennia ago. I swore fealty to the Wizard King. Yes, I now remember. I was the sage of Nausicaa.
You were? But that means, did you know Cassiopeia?
What? How do you know that name? Cassiopeia, Queen Cassiopeia. It was a long ago. I've sensed her spirit at times over the years. It is unmistakably her, but I know not what befell her. I think I better take that over there. Now pay attention, cause
Wait, I'm even more confused now. Why is Drippy saying this? I'm pretty sure this isn't Drippy. But we'll say it is Drippy, because I'll only see this once. Okay. Well, let's do this.
I see. So the Queen Cassiopeia, she gave into the darkness, and the ash I fell on the Ding Dong Dell. That was her doing. But Oliver, you might be the one to save her. The Wizard King entrusted you with his wand, after all.
Oh, we'll save her, sir. I just know we will.
That's the spirit. Of course, the Wizard King's wand is not yet at full strength. Flipping heck, not these again. Not fear not. To one who was once called the Sage of Ages, it is a trifling matter. So what do we have to do to traipsing around the magic stones then? Thankfully for that. Now, let me begin. Awake, O wand, the Wizard King, awake, O Astra.
And there we go, we got Magic Master. Every spell in the game has now been learned. Astra, you received a spell describing the Astra spell. Cast the spell upon known only to legend. It is said that those in the possession of a certain all-surpassing wand are capable of casting this ancient spell. Indeed, only one wizard in history is believed to perform it successfully. Sadly, the name of the land amongst the sages has long since been lost to the mist of time. And there we go. So it's all ready to go now? Gee, thank you, sir.
The true power that dwells within the wand can sometimes require effort to be drawn out. I believe that you alone can harness the full power of Astra. With it, you will be able to cast spells that only the king amongst wizards has been ever able to wield.
I sure hope so.
And you're sure you're alright setting the likes of Astra loose such snazzy spells? Well, we've just met you after all. You've never had a problem accepting spells from me before. You what? What do you mean before? Hold on a minute, you're not telling me.
You're Horace.
I was wondering when a gilder would drop, but late than never, indeed. I was once a sage known as Horgalium, or Horace, to my friends. Who would have thought a mouthy little brat that Horace would have been grown up to be important looking? How many times must I tell you? I'm the great sage of ages. I was no normal boy.
Wow, so does this mean you finally got your memory back?
Indeed it does, and I has much to thank you for. Now there is little I can do to save Queen Cassiopeia in my current state. I'm afraid that I must humbly ask you to do all you can in your power to free her from the darkness.
Sure thing, Horace. We'll save her. You see if we don't.
You are a brave and pure-hearted warrior, Oliver. I'll pray for your success.
And with that, we are all done with Horace for now, because I said we're going to do his in another episode. So, with that, let's head back to Ding Dong Dell. No more cuts, because we're literally able to do this next mission. I believe this is the next final mission, right? Okay, so, with that, let's head into Ding Dong Dell for our final mission. Notes from the Center, which is going to be finally allowing us to meet the conductor. But we won't be talking to the conductor in this episode, but we will at least get to see him. But, actually, no, I think we actually do get his notebook from the conductor. But let's do this. Oh, it's you. Hello, mister.
Oh, why, hello there, dear boy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Not old thing. I was exercising the old thinking muscle. I rather suspect my travels might be a bit of an end, don't you know?
Really? So you're going to finish up your diary and head on home, huh?
That's about the size of it, yes. I made jolly exciting discovery that I might top off in my store rather nicely.
What kind of discovery?
What kind indeed, old stick? You see, I come across a large and rather ruined-looking door on the far end of the forest. I wrote the details down for posterity, of course. Let me just grab the old diary. Oh, I say, I could have sworn 'twas... Oh, blast and botheration. For the goodness flipping. No need to explain what we know the drill, shall we, Ollie boy?
Notes from the center. A man visiting the Ding Dong Dell is rather flustered about misplacing his Bali diary. However, could this have happened? Calmly agree to look for the missing diary yet again. And with that, let's indeed take notes from the center. Leave it to us, mister. We'll find it for you.
You really are a brick, old thing. I died in wood. A true blue brick.
So you wrote the details down in the diary. You must remember where you last had it, huh? Well, now that you mention it, I suppose I must, yes. It must have been by the door itself.
That's simple, righto. Just tell us where the ruined door is and we'll be off.
Well, now let me see, yes. I went for a stroll by the countryside, don't you know. Made a beeline south from town, and ended up by a forest was the deep indeed. I wandered upon a deep and deeper, and
you came to a big ruined door, right?
Yes, I did rather. Stopped and scribbled a passage or two right in front of it. When the muse is willing, and all that, do you know, it might very well be there.
Righto, can't think of it where that might be exactly. We'll go and have a look for you. Where nice like that, see?
Definitely so. So, this next one is actually a location where you're never allowed into until you actually have this mission. So, let's make our way to where it actually is hiding. So, over by the Golden Grove is where we're going. But it's not exactly the Golden Grove we're going to. I believe it's this location right here. Yep, the opening is now open to us, because this cave over here was actually completely blocked before. Because I actually went over here wondering if it actually was blocked, and it actually was. So, further and further in we go, and further we go to a hidden location in this game, which is going to be where the first Dreamer door, also known as the missions of the Conductor, are located. So, with that, let's head into the final hidden forest for our final mission. And here he is, the Conductor indeed. And there's his notebook, but there's the Conductor hitting right there. But let's grab the gentleman's diary. Look, Mr. Drippy, it's that gentleman's diary.
Never mind that, Ollie boy. What about that flipping huge door by there?
Wow, sure feels like we've seen this door somewhere before, huh? You obtained the Traveler's Diary, and there is the final mission. And look at that, ooh, a swing chest to grab as well. Let's grab that real quick and see what we can get. A Star Eater's Fang. Ooh, I'll take it. Okay, and I don't think there's anything hidden back here, so let's just look at the Conductor real quick. So this is going to be the final episode right here, once we actually do this. Actually, wait, not the final episode, but the second to final episode, since I promised that the Tales of Wonder would be the final episode. So, with that, let's head back to Ding Dong Dell and give our buddy old pal his diary and finish off this episode for good. Wow, I'm pretty sure that it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes of footage, plus all that is of the bounty hunt mission, so I'm pretty sure this episode is technically 4 hours long, in a way, uncut. But it's probably like an hour 30 or 2 hours for you guys, and I'm just gonna make it one episode, like I promised. So, let's give him his diary and let's finish this off. We found your diary, sir, again.
Jolly good show, old thing. Now I can retire to the old homestead and commit the tale of my travels to posterity at last. Just don't go losing the flipping thing before you get home, alright? That's the last thing we go trapezing after it. I mean, it is this time.
And good luck writing your book, sir. I'm sure it will be just as swell.
I am, as I am, dear boy, as I am. And I almost forgot your hard-earned reward. You really are the brickiest of bricks, what?
2 pairs of angel wings, 5,000 guilders, and the final stamps of the game. And there we go. We are all done.
By George, I almost forgot. I picked up a rather intriguing artifact on my travels, and yes, it is here somewhere. Aha, here we go. It seems to be a list of recipes. Not my area, but I'd say that they are rather good.
They sure honor their alchemy formula. I'll copy them down. If that's okay with you. Thank you very much. And there we go. Some more alchemical formulas. And there's only one last thing to do. Go into the Swift Solution shop. See from the Quartermaster or the Taskmaster or whatever you want to call them. And see what we can grab from the final bit of things. Because this will also give us a achievement, if I remember correctly. I think it's called One True Hero or something like that. But let's make sure there's no more missions. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay, these technically don't. This is Horus and this is Conductor. Okay, I was confused for a second. Okay, thankfully. Okay, let's turn in our Swift Solution missions, and let's do this. So, Jack of All, which allows us to get HP back when we walk around, and Jack of Hearts, which makes it easier to befriend familiars, and there we go, Superhero. The achievement for getting every single merit award in the game. And just like so, we're done with the bounty board missions, technically, and the errand board. So, with that, we're done with today's episode. Oh my goodness. What an episode indeed. I am dying. I'm gonna be honest. This episode was super long. Super long. But, honestly, thankfully it's over. So, with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. In the next episode, we'll be doing Horse's mission, and then we'll do the Solseum, and then we'll do the Conductor, and then we'll do the 12 Tales of Wonder. So, with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.